rivals, the Paoli Rams. Hello again, everyone. Mike Hamilton being joined by Kevin Terrell, and this is Springs Valley Paoli 1. These two teams will meet down the road at Chambers Gymnasium 3 weeks from now, and that one will certainly count in the conference standings, but for now, a simple first-place trophy at stake as these two teams go at it. And indeed, it is a clash of titans. The Valley coming in with a record of 8-1. They are ranked 18th in the latest Class A poll, while the Paoli Rams, by virtue of their 2 wins here in the tourney, improved to 7-0 on the year. This past week, ranked 11th in 2A. Good crowd on hand, maybe a tournament atmosphere to speak of, but at any rate, always a lot of fun, Kevin, when these two teams hook up.
Absolutely, Mike. These ancient rivals. They've been playing for years and years and years, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times a year. It's been mostly an even rivalry. Paoli had the better of it for quite a while. In fact, Dusty Cole was 5-0 in his career against Springs Valley until last year's game when the Hawks broke that 5-game skid to the Rams with a controversial 1-point win here in our building, 57-56, that led many of the 1,500 or so fans from Paoli that made the trek to French Lake last year very upset as they headed back the 12 miles back to Paoli. But we'll see how it comes tonight. These are 2 really good teams, and it's a contrast in styles. Paoli, high-scoring team. They're 31st in the state in scoring over 70 points a game. Springs Valley's 5th, though, in the state on their defensive average, giving up in the mid-30s. This should be a contrast in styles. Whichever team can dictate the terms of how the game is played and their pace will have the upper hand.
Looking forward to it tonight. Springs Valley and Paoli as these squads meet for the 89th time here, and as we told you, they'll meet again on January the 19th in Paoli. Tip-off a little over 10 minutes from now. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach Michael Leachman on the Springs Valley Basketball Report. He'll join us in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School Basketball.
Hello, my name is Ross Key. I speak farming and represent Springs Valley Bank and Trust, a true community bank committed to agriculture. As an ag specialist, I am committed to working with our customers and supporting the economic strength of our agricultural community. I look forward to building new and lasting relationships with farmers, businesses, and the people in the communities in which we live and work. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Springs Valley Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is the Springs Valley Basketball Report with head coach Michael Leachman as the Blackhawks meet Paoli for the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney Championship. Well, Coach, getting into that final game by virtue of your 2 wins yesterday over West Washington in the afternoon, and then last night knocking off New Washington. Little different the way you got things started. It was a quick start for you against West Washington, not maybe as fast against New Washington, but by the second quarter, you guys took command and really took care of business.
Yeah, the first game against West Washington, we came out and kind of sped the game up by playing a little 1-3-1 and trapping at half court, and we were able to turn them over and kind of get out and get some easy layups. And then West Washington did a great job of battling back and getting back in that game. We had to just execute in the fourth quarter to hold on to that lead. And then the New Washington game, we tried to get off to a good start again, going into that 1-3-1. And New Washington did a good job handling it. And we were just kind of flat that first quarter against New Washington. I thought we came out very sluggish, very, very flat. And I think we really struggled that first quarter. But then after that, we just went to our basic man-to-man stuff. And I thought we did a good job of containing the basketball and getting in the passing lanes. And I thought the second, third, and fourth quarters we played a lot better.
For having been off for 12 days, do you feel like the kids got back into the rhythm pretty well?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part. I mean, we had 12 days off, and it was a tough 12 days. We had a lot of guys out with sickness. 3 of our varsity guys missed a couple practices because of the flu, and you could kind of tell they were getting real tired last night. You could tell they haven't got their conditioning back. So that's a little concerning. But I think tonight's game, they'll have a lot of adrenaline kicked in. I think we'll have really good crowds on both sides, and I think that will kind of play a big factor in helping us not come out so flat.
Coach, we've talked about this before. We did even after the game last night, but the balance of this team just continues to impress me. I think in the first game, I think we had something like 5 guys between 5 and 7 points, and I think last night against New Washington, you had a 14, a 13, a 10, a 9, and maybe a 4 or 6 in there. So when you distribute the points like that, it certainly, again, as we've talked about, makes you guys that much tougher to stop.
Yeah, it makes you hard to guard when you have 7, 8 guys that can put the ball in the basket for you. It's a two-way street. You got to have guys that can score the basketball, and you got to have unselfish guys that are willing to give up the basketball to have that kind of balance that we're having. And we have that both. We have both those right now. We have unselfish players, and we have guys capable of putting the ball in the basket. So it makes us hard to guard. And as long as we keep the ball moving, I thought our ball movement was a little slow last night. I thought we kind of caught the ball and held it a little bit too long, and that's something that I think that 12-day layoff kind of hurt us. I think it's part of the rust we had on us. So I think tonight you'll see us move the basketball a lot quicker. And I think you'll see those same guys step up and put the ball in the basket.
In terms of your defense, we see you continuing to switch things up a little bit. We talked about the half-court trapping pressure. You've gone zone, you've gone man-to-man. Is that designed more to face off against the team you were playing, or are you ultimately trying to find a defense that you're going to stay with at some point later on in the year?
Well, I've always said this, zone's nice, trapping's nice, pressing's nice, but if you can't man up and get stops and stop teams man-to-man, you're never going to be a good defensive team. And I think to have a good tournament success, a good tournament run, you've got to be a good defensive man-to-man team. And I think we do have a good man-to-man defense. And that's our primary defense. That's the defense that we're going to go to when we really need stops and we really need to make a run. But, it's nice to have that trapping just to kind of speed. Sometimes we just do it just to get our guys flying around. Because sometimes, you come out in a 3:45 game, it's really easy for our guys just to kind of lay back and go through the motion. So if you come out and make them trap and make them fly around, that kind of gets our guys, gets our legs under us, and kind of gets us going a little bit. So it's just a filling out process. We go into every game banking on our man-to-man defense, but we also have smart players and players that play hard, so we're able to throw everything but the kitchen sink out there. We just throw traps and zones and a little bit of everything just to kind of see what works for us. But at the end of the day, we've got to be able to guard teams man-to-man if we're going to be successful.
Well, certainly the two teams that were expected to get into the championship game have, and Paoli with 2 relatively easy wins themselves over Martinsville Tabernacle and Shoals. And even though there is something at stake, there won't be as much tonight as there will be in 3 weeks when you play them over there with maybe even the conference on the line, but a good opportunity to see this team.
Yeah, a good opportunity to see this team, a good opportunity for our team. These are the kind of games you look forward to because they're sectional-like games. It's going to be a sectional-like environment tonight against a sectional championship caliber team in Paoli. So it's going to be great for our team. It's going to be a good opportunity. If I had to pick, I'd definitely rather get them with conference on the line, but I'd like to get them both times, So I think it's just an opportunity. It's an opportunity for Paoli, too. It's their first chance to see us and play against us. And both teams right now are undefeated in the conference, and both teams right now are playing good basketball. Dusty does a great job with Paoli, and, they're having a good year. And but at the same time, I tell our kids all the time, we're not playing Paoli, we're not playing West Washington, we're not playing New Washington, we're playing the game of basketball. And we got to play that game the best that we know how and the best that we can every night.
Break down this Paoli team for us and just kind of fill us in on what makes them so effective.
They're unselfish like us. They love to share the basketball. They're long and athletic, really athletic, and they really like to get the ball down the court. They hit the glass hard. Those are going to be 2 important keys for us. We've got to slow them down in transition, and we got to limit them to one shot. Babcock and Mitten and Sears and those bigs, Bosley, they hit the glass hard. And if you're not going to go team rebound, we're going to be in trouble. They are bigger than us, but every team's bigger than us. Besides maybe New Washington last night, every team we played has been bigger than us. So we've got a team rebound, and all 5 of us have got to hit the glass and be selfish on the board to go get the rebound. I think last night you saw Braden and Zach fight over a rebound. I thought that was the best play of the night. That's what you want. You want those guys to be selfish and taking charges and rebounding. I want them to be unselfish in every other category, but be selfish in that. But, for us to be successful, we got to control the tempo, we got to slow them down, and we got to keep them off the backboard. We got to take care of the basketball. Paoli is a They feed off turnovers. If you just cough the basketball up, they're gonna be excited. They're gonna be getting out and going. So you just gotta take care of the basketball. We got a rule that we use every day. It's fake a pass to make a pass, and we're going to do that. We're obviously going to have to do that tonight. Fake a pass to make a pass. Just take care of the basketball. We do those three things. We'll be in a position to beat any team this year.
All right. And should be a lot of fun, great atmosphere, should be a good crowd. I don't know how close it'll be to maybe that tournament atmosphere, but hopefully the kids can respond here in front of the home fans.
I think they will. Sounds good. Thank you.
And this has been the Springs Valley Basketball Report with head coach Michael Leitzman as the Blackhawks take on Paoli for the Springs Valley Holiday Tournament Championship. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School Basketball.
When it comes to shopping local, most of us think of small, friendly mom-and-pop shops with their quality products and commitment to their community. You may not think of Smithville as a local company, but it is. An Indiana company built by Hoosiers for Hoosiers. Nationally recognized for outstanding fiber internet, TV, voice, and security, as well as incredible customer service provided by your fellow Hoosiers. Go local. Visit switchtosmithville.com for the fastest internet and more. You'll be in good hands.
Welcome you back to Springs Valley High School in French Lick as we get set for the championship game of this 2017 holiday tourney. The Blackhawks getting set to take on the Paoli Rams. Kevin, a quick look at the keys to the ball game tonight.
Well, I think the keys for Springs Valley is, one, they got to rebound the ball. Paoli is an outstanding rebounding team, and they have been for as long as I can remember. It's been something that they really emphasize. They are bigger, more physically strong than we are, and they really attack the glass in their system and style of play. Number two, both teams have a real key, and that's they got to handle each team's changing defenses. Paoli for years under Dusty Cole, and before him, Coach Brown, with a couple of people in between, really love to change defenses. They'll go 1-3-1 trap. They'll go 2-3 zone. They'll go man. They'll go full court. They'll go three-quarter court with different kinds of pressures. Both teams really like to change defenses. Each team has got to be able to handle that tonight on the offensive end and not turn it over. And in Springs Valley's case, they got to control the pace of the game. If this game gets up where Paoli wants it, which is in the 70s and 80s, don't run away from us. If we can keep it into the 30s and the 40s, I think we'll have the clear advantage. More than likely, it'll end up in the 50s, kind of in between. I expect a really close ball game between really good teams. We'll see if that ends up being the way it is tonight.
All right, we're ready to take a look at the starting lineups in the contest as Valley gets set to take on this Paoli team. And here to give us the rundown of the starting five, our very own Kevin Terrell.
Thank you, Mike. For Paoli, they come in at 7-0. There are only 20 teams in the state that remain undefeated as we play here on December 29th. Paoli is one of those 20. They go this way. Jordan Clark, 6 foot and a junior, scoring 5.9 a game. Ashton Minton inside, 6'2 and a junior, a tremendous defensive player and a rebounder. He scores 5.4 a game. Jacob Babcock in the middle, 6'3 and a senior, 12.1 a game. Dietrich Sears plays the point for him. He's a big guard, 6'2 and a senior. That's going to present some problems. 6.6 a game for Dietrich. And then Kyle Austin's their leading scorer, 5'11", and a junior scoring 18.8 a game. For Dusty Cole is in his 6th year, 70-49 as coach of the boys. He coached the Paoli girls before that. For Springs Valley coming in at 8-1, their best start in over 40 years. They go this way. Jackson Land, 5'11 and a junior, scoring 5.2 a game. Braden Whitaker, 12.4 a game for Braden. He's 6'3 and a senior, and they'll have a yeoman's job tonight to attack these Paoli bigs. Ryan Tao, 6'4 and a senior, scoring 10.6 a game. Zach Carnes and Christian Tucker in the backcourt, both of them 5'9". Christian's a junior, Zach's a senior. Carnes at 5 points a game. Tucker, the Valley leading scorer, at 12.8 a game. We're about ready to tip it off here at the Valley in a much-anticipated game between two ancient rivals, one of the most fun games of the year, and we get to do it twice. First time tonight, Valley and Paoli playing for a trophy on Valley's home floor. Where else would you rather be? And here's the play-by-play brought to you by our very own Mike Hamilton.
And the freshman, Brett Bosley, controls the tap as he jumped it against Ryan Tao, and we are underway. Rams go on the attack first. Out front, Dietrich Sears with the basketball. Works it out front now to Ty Lawson. He's their leading scorer. Works it around for a three-pointer that is good. That is Jordan Clark, who only averages 6 points a game, but he gets the Rams on the board first.
Well, we played zone. Scholes had some success playing 2-3 zone against Paoli, so Coach Leachman tries at the first possession, but the Rams much more alert and intent. Knocking out a three-pointer, that's a bad sign for us early.
Out front, here is Carnes. Works it down to the corner to Whitaker. Top of the circle now to Tao. Hands off to Carnes. Drives it left, and he travels with the basketball.
Well, he's trying to be patient there. They ran a little pinch post handoff. Got Kearns only trying to turn the corner, but they switched it. And the bigger defender rattled Zach, and he turned it over. Valley's first turnover of the night.
This is going to be a true test for this Valley team. They've played some decent teams thus far, but I don't think anybody the caliber of what we're going to see out of Paoli here tonight. Another three try. This time it is off the back of the rim. It is Clark again trying the three. Couldn't get it. Quickly hawks into the front court. Whitaker drives the baseline, and he got run out of bounds. That's going to be a foul. Yes, indeed.
Outer official calls it. So Brett Bosley got the surprise start there.
Yeah.
His first foul.
Getting the start instead of, I believe, Ashton Minton. Here's a drive by Tucker, baseline to Tao, 15-footer on the way, bingo!
Ryan Tao, this is a great job of getting his hand underneath the ball, getting high arch. He had to shoot that high up over a closing out Paoli defender, but he knocked it home. Valley on the board.
Out front with the basketball is Clark on the high post. Bosley kicks it to Lawson out of the corner. His three is no good, but the rebound put back up and in by Brett Bosley.
Well, that's a big concern, the offensive glass. We got killed last year and got away with it on the boards. Can't have that happen here. We've got to check out better, especially when we're in that 2-3 zone.
Gambling for the steal was Bosley. That left Whitaker open for a three. He missed it. And then it is Clark that just stole the ball away to a breaking Lawson who takes it in. And it's a quick 7-2 lead here for Paoli. And Michael Leachman needs to call a timeout. We're less than 2 minutes in on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. And it's the Rams off to the quick start.
Valley going to have to clean it up a little bit. Paoli playing more aggressive than they are, getting that run out on the long missed shot. Sometimes a three-point shot's as bad as a turnover when you don't make it. Long rebound led to easy point for the Rams.
Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, all for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. Well, as we saw on that breaking layup by Lawson, Rams do like to get out and go with it, although Valley at times can play the transition game as well. All right, full court pressure by Paoli. Carnes breaks it, gets it into the front court, left side to Whitaker, who drives the baseline and then just lost it out of bounds. Minimal contact there with Brett Bosley, and he simply jarred the ball away, and Braden loses it, and already 3 Springs Valley turnovers.
That's not going to get it done. We've got to take care of the ball, be stronger. There was a minimal amount of contact there, but Braden's got to be stronger with the basketball.
Clark hands it off now to Sears. Now they lob it in low, intended for Bosley. That time Jacob Babcock tried to lob it in low, and Bosley could not retrieve it. That's the first Paoli turnover.
It is. Valley went man-to-man there. I think that's what they want to do. It's what Coach Leachman talked about in the pregame. Got to be able to play man against this team.
Babcock nearly had the steal as he knocked away the inbounds pass against full court pressure, but he saved it right into Jackson Land. Hawks an early 5-point trailer. Good move by Whitaker into the lane, drew contact, and he will be on the line twice. I don't think they called the initial contact, but the second time he got bumped, they're going to call it. And Brett Bosley, their big 6'5 freshman, as Kevin mentioned, a surprise starter for Ashton Minton, picks up his second personal foul. So the Hawks get to the line early, and the first free throw, he rattles this one home.
Well, how Valley manages to handle Paoli's in-your-face man-to-man defense where they really get up and crowd you. If they turn us over with that, it'll be a long night for us, though. If we play forward, they'll play strong, sweep the ball, and drive it past them. There are a lot of driving lanes available. Whitaker did that there, and he earned himself 2 points as he knocked that second free throw in.
So Braden's got his first point, 7-4 Paoli, 5:20 to go here in the opening quarter. Sears playing pitch and catch with Babcock. Over it comes now to Sears. Now to Clark, drives down the lane, comes to a jump stop, throws up the runner, no good. He fell down, no call. Now he comes out of there with it. Into the front court, Whitaker. Or to Tucker, takes it all the way down the lane. Oh, that's got to be they're going to call goaltending or basket interference as Dietrich Sears jumped up and touched the ball while it was still within the cylinder.
That's just not very smart by Paoli. That really didn't interfere with the shot at all, but you can't jump up there and get into the net. That's what they did. They gave Valley 2 points there. We'll take it.
Christian Tucker, his first 2. Valley back to within a point now. Here is Lawson, works it up top now to Sears. Looks, cross-courts it to Clark. Goes back over to Lawson. Clears it away now to Babcock. Looking inside for Ashton Minton, who replaced Bosley. Clark can't get the 3 off, out of the corner. Lawson jumps it out high to Minton. Runs it around now to Lawson. Slides off the screen to the left wing. Throws it up top to Sears. Moves it around now to Clark. Good defense by the Hawks here. They're keeping Paoli out along the perimeter.
This is something the Rams don't want to do. They'd rather have fire up a shot. They don't want to work this hard to score. They're having to play a slow-down possession game against Valley's sagged-in man.
Down the lane goes Lawson, and he threw contact. And Zach Carnes, who is outsized considerably by a pretty tall backcourt. Sears goes 6'2", and Lawson at almost 6 feet. Zach picks up the foul, and now the Rams will shoot their first foul shot as Lawson drops in the first one.
It's a really bad foul by Zach. Hate to say that, but when he had Lawson taking a one-legged floater from about 12 feet out at a bad angle, you got to make him prove he can hit it. You don't want to foul him, hit him on the elbow, and give him a chance for 2 at the line.
And he does indeed hit them both. 4 for Kai Lawson. And Paoli up 9-6 here as we near the halfway point of the opening quarter. And there's a kick as Tucker tried to cross-court the pass to Carnes, and Sears got a leg on that. Ball comes into Tucker. Baseline to Whitaker. In low to a cutting towel, but it's knocked away by Sears. Picked up by Minton to Lawson. Baseline to Babcock. Cut off. Throws it out of the wing now to Lawson. Moves it around now to Minton. Off to Sears, left wing. He drives it to the foul line. And a switching mix-up there that allowed Sears to take it down the lane. He missed the layup, but right there was Jacob Babcock for the follow. And the same story again, Kevin, against the smaller New Washington team today. Valley really struggled grabbing defensive rebounds, and they just gave up another one, a 3-point play, and the foul as well on Ryan Tao. So it could be a 3-point play here for Jacob Babcock. However, he does leave it short, but now Paoli matches their biggest lead of 5 at 11-6. Carnes works it around now to Tucker. Christian uses up the dribble, lobs it over on the near side to Land.
Rams have win zone here on this possession. It's a 2-3.
Braden in low to a Carnes. Now here is Tucker out of the corner. Can't get it to go. Sears the rebound. Rams run into the front court. It comes off. Nice feed down low to a new face who's just checked in. That is Dawson Easterday, who hooked it off to Jacob Babcock, wide open underneath the basket, and Jackson Land had to foul him to save an easy layup.
I want to give a big prop there to Dietrich Sears, who got the rebound, as you called it, but he made a great outlet pass. He turned, he looked, he put the ball over his head and fired it out, and that got Paoli on the run, gave them a fast break opportunity. Now they'll have it underneath their own goal.
Now they say he was not in the act of shooting. Here's Sears a long 3, clangs off the rim, and there's a foul on Ashton Minton. He pushed off on Zach Carnes going for the rebound, and the officials right on top of it. Minton on the foul. That'll be his first and the team's third.
I can speak from experience. Paoli will put a hand in your back and shove you forward and dare the officials to call that. They work on that a lot. It's one of the reasons why they rebound so well. If the game's called in a physical way, they let them get away with that. They can knock you underneath the goal and get a lot of rebounds that go over your head. So I'm glad they called that. The the officials, and Valley's going to need that call all night long to be able to survive.
Cole Cooper's checked in now for Valley, the first sub for Michael Leachman, the 5'10 junior at 3 a game. In low it comes to Tao, and as he tries to drive in, Babcock gets over and swats that one out of bounds.
Put Ryan in a tough spot there. He needed to just pass it out and play on, tried to make a play happen, perhaps forcing it a bit. The nerves of this big game, and he tried to do something he really isn't good at, and he got his shot blocked.
Trenton McElfresh in the game now for the Hawks, 5'10 senior at 4 a game, replacing Whitaker. Now they post up McElfresh, kicked it off to Tucker, 3 on the way, it's gone!
Inside-out basketball there. They got the ball to McElfresh. And when you play inside and you use your post players as passers, you can really hurt high school teams defensively. Valley did it there. They're one of the best teams in the area doing that.
Oh, boy, and Ryan Tao just picked up his second personal foul as they got it down on the block to Babcock, and Ryan reached around, so that spells trouble. The Hawks don't have a lot of size anyway, but the 6'4 Tao now will go out at the 2:26 mark of the opening quarter with 2 fouls, and doubtful if he will come back in this half. Here's Lawson, works it around now to Easterday, uses up the dribble, looks, clears it away to Lawson. His 3 on the way, would not go. Another offensive rebound, that is Dietrich Steers, and the Rams are just killing the Hawks on the boards right now. 13-9, 4-point Paoli advantage. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Tucker fakes a 3, up now to Carnes, works it around now to Land. Jackson penetrates, throws it out now to Tucker. Quick 3 on the way. This one is off the back of the rim. And Land the rebound, throws it out long. Picked up by Tucker. He had it knocked away. Gets it to Easterday, to Lawson. Down low it goes to Dietrich Sears. Shot up good. And now Zach Carnes has 2 personal fouls as he commits the cardinal sin of making it a 3-point play opportunity. And the Rams are dominating here early as they now have a 6 and could be a 7-point lead. And now Braden Whitaker will have to come back in as Zach Carnes joins Ryan Tao on the bench with 2 personals.
Discretion would have been the better part of valor there for Zach. No way to stop that layup. Probably should have just let that go. Instead he gets his second.
And that one clangs off the rim. Babcock the rebound, back up, and yet another offensive putback for the Rams. And this could be a long night for the Hawks. If they can't do a better job of rebounding, they are struggling right now. They find themselves down by 8. Baseline move by Cooper. In low, blocked away. Picked up by McElfresh, and he puts it up and in. He just took that away from Easterday. Good job by Trenton there to muscle that ball away. Then on the other end, Paoli turns it over. Here's Whitaker drawing the double team. Now clears it away to McElfresh, to Tucker. Down the lane he goes. Kicks it baseline to Cooper. Out to Whitaker for 3, and he knocks it down.
Good job in transition. Paoli, who likes to pressure you, sometimes they don't get back that well themselves. And when you attack them with numbers, you can get open shots. You just have to knock them down. Whitaker hit the trailing 3, big basket.
He's got 5. Hawks have scored 5 straight now, and they're back to within 3 after trailing by 8 a few moments ago. And we're going to have a double foul here. Cole Cooper and Ashton Minton were going at it. If you remember, Cole was in the face of Hunter Whedon of Salem and drew a double foul, and that's what they're going to call here. And certainly, Cole Cooper likes the fact, even though he picked up the foul his first, he's got the second foul on Ashton Minton. So Minton and Bosley each have 2. So the plan worked perfectly, I guess.
Rams retain possession, and they bring in Garrett Vincent. We saw him on the gridiron for the Rams be such a dominant player. He's checked into the game now. Yet another tall, long, rangy athlete for the Rams.
Here's Lawson to the right side. Top of the key to Vincent. He'll heave up a 3. It's off target, and we got a rebounding foul here on let's see who.
That's going to be on us. They call it a hook, I think, on Isaac Carnes.
Yeah, it is. Isaac Carnes picked up his first foul. Michael Leachman can't believe it. Oh, and Tracy Tucker just picked up a technical foul on the bench.
Well, you'll see that often. We've seen it a couple times in this tournament where assistant coaches get let up, and Tracy losing his cool a bit there. That's a technical foul on Valley. That's going to affect the game a little bit.
And that may also mean, too, that Michael Leachman will have to sit. At least that's the rule, as Jordan Clark goes to the free throw line and converts it. Valley very irate there that they put that foul on Carnes. And the second free throw good as well. So Jordan Clark has got 5 as Paoli's lead up to 5 now again at 19-14. And the Rams will have it with 33 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. It's a high-flying Paoli team, and right now they're pretty well on pace to put 80 points up. Here is Lawson. Works it around now to Clark. Back to Lawson. The Rams have spread the floor, and they will play. And now we're going to get a foul here on Cole Cooper. He was trying to muscle Dawson Easterday there at the top of the circle. And now Cole Cooper has picked up his second personal foul. 8-4 right now in team fouls. 8-4 with two pretty evenly matched teams going at it.
Well, we just lost our composure a little bit there. That was just ridiculous. To be honest, there was no question about the foul. Right there in the open floor in front of the official. Valley's got to retain their composure a little bit better.
And the Easterday free throw is good. Those are the first bench points for the Rams. They have led by as many as 8. 17 seconds to go opening quarter. Easterday could make it a 7-point lead, and he rolls in the second one. 21-14. Valley has time to get off a shot. Into the front court comes Tucker. Off now to Whitaker. Down to 7 to go. Braden top of the key. Around now to Tucker. His fall away jumper just ahead of the first quarter buzzer is good. Good job by Christian Tucker to get a big basket, and the Hawks will trail by just 5 after 1 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. 21-16. Rams over Valley. Back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
A message from Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lake.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lake, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
This is Springs Valley senior forward Braden Whitaker. Keep it tuned to Q100 all season long for Blackhawks basketball.
Back we come to Springs Valley High School as we start the second quarter. Hawks a 5-point trailer as McElfresh takes it right to the rim and had it blocked away. Picked up by Land, swings it around to Tucker. Pull up from 16 off the back of the rim, and the rebound grabbed by Garrett Vincent. I'll tell you what, try to take it in amongst this tall timber of Paoli just isn't going to work. Into the front court comes Vincent. He's running the point. Picks up the dribble, looks, clears it away now to Easterday. Back to Vincent. That's one thing about this Paoli team, Kevin. They are very deep.
No question. They've got a lot of athletes. You can tell from their football program, just more physically developed than some of our kids are at this point. Now, Valley, the second time they've changed defenses. They started the 2-3, went man, now they're going to play a little 3-2 zone.
And Skip, that was an obvious travel. The officials missed. Babcock throws up a wild shot, wouldn't go. And now we have a rebounding foul on, let's see who. Oh my goodness, they're going to call this one on Valley. Christian Tucker. Now Paoli getting every break in the world, no question about that. Christian Tucker will pick up his first foul. I didn't see what he did. There were just two white shirts around the rebound there. But they're going to put, I believe, who are they going to put at the line? I guess it'll be Garrett Vincent. I didn't think Vincent was anywhere around the ball there. And the free throw is good. Paoli now 7 of 9 at the line. Valley 2 for 2. That's it. Just 2 free throws for the Hawks. Second free throw good as well. And for Garrett Vincent, he has his first point.
Okay, so in a casino town, Coach is going to roll the dice here. Ryan Tao coming back in the game with 2 fouls. Doesn't feel like he has any choice. Paoli's going to go full court pressure, trying to turn the Hawks over. They smell blood in the water. Let's see if we can withstand this here.
Zach Carnes in there as well. Tucker splits 2 defenders, takes it to the wing, up top to Carnes, moves it around now to Land. Braden Whitaker on the right wing, turns, jumps it off now to Tao. Ryan, 1 dribble, can't go anywhere. Now to Whitaker, drives it into the lane, turns, free throw line to Tao, moves it off to Tucker. Up top to Carnes, around now to Whitaker. Now Land has got it on the left side. Jackson penetrates into the lane, puts up the little runner, count it, and one.
Good job by the Hawks. They'll just run their stuff, run all the way through. Have to back it out, run it again. Just stay calm, stay patient, wait till an opportunity presents itself. Jackson saw an open driving lane in his right hand. Got all the way to the rim, knocked it in. Chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Much-needed basket for the Hawks.
Ty Lawson the foul, his first. Jackson's free throw is perfect. And the Hawks perfect at the line now, 3 for 3. And they're doing their best to hang tough here. Within 4, 23-19, 6:20 to go, first half. Hawks get the double team on Lawson. He clears it away now to Vincent here on the right side. As Hawks showing zone right now. Here is Easterday just holding the ball between the circles. Valley not challenging whatsoever.
This is good for us. It dries Paoli sweat a bit. Makes them have to work the ball, which they don't really want to do that much. They're impatient.
Here's Clark out of the corner for 3, no good. Offensive rebound to Vincent. Throws it out to Lawson. Lobs it in low for the catch and lay-in. That is Jacob Babcock. With the basket he's got his 6th point, and Hawks not getting a lot of stops defensively.
5th offensive rebound of the 9. They're all hurting us.
And a wild shot missed by Tucker. He was clobbered. But the offensive rebound to Ryan Tao, who scoops one back up in, and he'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Hawks are proving what we've always known, that you can drive the ball against Paoli's defense. They belly up to you and try to turn you over, but if you just get low and strong with it, make a strong first step, you'll get by them. They don't have a lot of lateral quickness. Valley's getting to the paint, and it's producing points for them.
And the free throw rattles the rim, hits the window, and comes back through. Ryan has got 5, and Valley closes to within 3. They have never led in this contest. In low ball knocked away, picked up by Jackson Land, a rare Paoli giveaway.
Right now we found the answer a little bit, I think, Mike. The 3-2 zone is bothering Paoli. If we could just rebound out of it, we'll be in good shape.
Carnes and tried to go down to the corner to Tucker, who would have had an open look at a 3. Instead, Clark got out there and was able to tap that pass out of bounds. 5:13 to go in the half. Hawks have closed to within 3. They have trailed by as many as 8. Here is Tucker, left side, cross-courts it to Land. Jackson jumps it back to Tucker, into the corner to Whitaker. He drives the baseline, kicks it out of the lane to Carnes. Zach for 3. Oh, way down to the well and get back out.
Good shot, though. We'll take that every time. 3-pointers off penetration is what you want.
Lawson runs the floor, tip pass, and stolen away by Braden Whitaker. Paoli forcing one there. Here's Carnes back the other way to Tucker. He drives the baseline, into the corner to Land for the tie. Yes, indeed!
Baseline drive by Tucker again. We're getting to the paint on the dribble and hitting him with 3-point shots.
And the Hawks have managed to pull even now. They have come back from an 8-point deficit to pull even at 25 with 4:25 to go here in the first half. Easterday out front, works it around now to Lawson.
What's for a lob here? Paoli called a special set.
Lawson fakes the 3. Sears has it now on the right side. Down on the high post, here is Easterday. Jumps it off now to Sears. Back to Easterday. 3 on the way. Is in and out, no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Jackson Land. And believe it or not, Hawks have a chance to take their first lead of the game. They work it in low to Tao. Turns, little fall away. It's good! Ryan Tao in close has his 7th point. 8-0 run for Valley. They lead for the first time tonight at 27-25 with 3:40 to go in the first half.
Mike, it's amazing. The switch to the 3-2 zone has totally changed the game. It slowed Paoli down immensely. Their energy is gone. They're just standing around playing patty cake with the ball, taking bad shots.
And there's a three that's missed by Lawson. Clark, the rebound in low to Sears. He missed it. Ball tipped around, and we're going to get a foul on Braden Whitaker. As, again, Paoli just keeps crashing the offensive glass, and the Hawks giving up offensive rebound after offensive rebound. And that'll send Clark to the free throw line. That's also the 10th foul. So it'll be 2 shots upcoming here for Clark, and he clangs the first one off the back of the rim.
It is a hard defense to rebound out of that 3-2 zone. That's why some teams don't like to play it. But you got to figure out a way. You got to gang rebound. Even our little guys, Tucker and Carnes, they've got to fly in there, and we got to have all 5 on the glass.
Second free throw is good. We've got a foul called, and I think it's going to be on Paoli.
It is on a little rebounding foul. The free throw actually went in.
All right, so count the free throw by Jordan Clark, his 6th point. And I believe, that is the 17th foul. So Valley will shoot free throws. We'll head to the other end now. The foul is on Dawson Easterday. That is his first.
Some confusion about whether it's the 6th foul or 7th.
It's the 7th.
Yep, so they will go down the floor. Now they got to figure out who the shooter was. I'll see if the official knows who it was. Whitaker's walking up there, so I guess he thinks it's him, and he'll have a chance to earn a trip to the line and extend the lead.
By the way, that free throw by Clark ends an 8-0 spurt for Valley. Now Braden Whitaker, 5 points to this juncture. Fires up the free one, would not go, and the rebound pulled out of there by Babcock. 3:18 left. Rams quickly into the front court. Lawson out front, clears it around now to Babcock, who's well out beyond the arc. Sears, deep right wing, back on top to Lawson, directing a little bit of traffic here. Now he stays in that 3-2. High post, Easterday, jumps it back to Lawson, moves it around to Sears. Here's Clark again out of the corner, and this time he gets it.
Well, you keep giving them shots from the perimeter, they're going to make a couple of them. That's a weak spot in that defense. The corner, they got their best shooter with a set shot, and he knocked it home.
Well, he only averages 6 a game. He's already got 9 now.
Now Paoli's going to go the same thing. They're going a little odd front zone. A 1-2-2 look. They're going to extend it a little bit further, try to trap a bit.
Now double team had it poked away right to Land.
Knock it,
Carnes, and Zach able to drill the 3. So a fortuitous bounce tapped out to Land, who kicked it off to Zach, who drills the triple, and Valley back up by 1 now at 30-29 with 2:15 to go here in the first half. On the high post, Sears turns, little 10-footer, nothing but net.
Took him about 5 minutes or so, but it looks like Paoli's starting to figure out the 3-2 zone. See what the adjustments are. The chess match continues between 2 good coaches.
Land to the baseline. Tucker, touch pass to Whitaker. Down the lane he goes. Kicked it off to Carnes. Can Zach do it again? He does! Oh, the Hawks are bombing from long range, and Dusty Cole needs to talk things over. 1:52 to go here, first half. On the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard, the Hawks back in front, 33-31. Back with more Springs Valley hoops in just a moment.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is Springs Valley junior guard Christian Tucker. Now back to more Blackhawk basketball with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
For certified Angus beef steaks served up the way you want in a great atmosphere, come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick with a heated screened-in patio to make you feel like you're outside. Come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick. You get the idea, for good food all in a legendary atmosphere. 33 Brick Street, downtown French Lick. 1:52 to go here in the first half as the Hawks using an 8-0 run to pull even and eventually take the lead. And since that time, the teams have traded baskets. Already 5 lead changes, all coming here in this second quarter.
Valley went man-to-man. Paoli will counterattack with some of their man-to-man special.
Lawson in low to Babcock, turns, and he traveled with the basketball. Did a little skip step there. And the ball goes back over to Valley on the 5th Rams giveaway.
Now we have the lead in the ball. See if we can execute here, maybe run some clock and get a good look. Paoli's going to go three-quarter court. 1-2-2 trap.
Land gets it ahead now to Cole Cooper, who is back in there. Ryan Tao out of there. Remember, he's got the 2 fouls. Into the lane for a pull-up jumper that would not go for Whitaker. Here come the Rams. Lawson runs the floor to Babcock. Runs over a man. Oh, they're going to call the block on Jackson Land. He tried to get over and take the charge, but the official said he was not set. And now Jackson Land has his second foul as Babcock to the line to shoot 2.
Mike, you're a licensed official. These officials on the floor tonight being very generous to Coach Leachman, allowing him to walk up and down the sideline after that bench technical, and it wasn't on him.
Right. By rule, a technical on the bench forces the head coach to sit for the rest of the game.
Yeah, a little bit curious why they're not doing that. If I was Dusty Cole, I'd bring that up.
Both free throws good by Babcock. He's got 8, and we are tied for just the second time at 33 as we come up on a minute to go first half. McElfresh off now to Whitaker into the lane. Beats it off to McElfresh up top to Land. To Carnes. Back up top to Land again. Jackson moves it around to Zach again. Takes one dribble, launches another 3. This one is well short, but the Hawks come up with the offensive rebound as Whitaker's got it. Free throw line to Land. Kicks it baseline to McElfresh. He's double teamed. Off now to Jackson. 3 on the way. Off target. And the rebound to Babcock. Quickly into the front. Carney threw it away. Bad pass. He tried to get it to Lawson in the front court. And that was just no way anybody was going to come up with that one.
We're going to gamble again as Coach Leach was going to roll those casino dice. He's going to put Tao back in there with 2 fouls. With us having the ball with 36 seconds to go, he's going to get his offense in there. I think he clearly wants to hold for 1 shot.
No question. At the very worst, be tied going into halftime. Again, more full court pressure. Knocked away. Or actually, Whitaker just lost the handle, but he was able to retrieve it. Down to 23 seconds to go. Paoli putting a little token pressure on the perimeter. Here's Tao well out high on the left wing. Up top now to Tucker. Down to 12 to go before intermission. Off to Whitaker, top of the circle. Back to the basket. Turns, hooks it off now to Carnes. Zach with 6, with 5 to Tucker. He drives down the lane. He leans in. He puts it up. Couldn't get it to go, but he will shoot 2 with 1 and 8/10 seconds remaining. So Christian Tucker, they chased him off the 3-point line, so he dribbled into the lane, drew the contact, and he'll have a chance to give Valley the lead going into the dressing room.
Same song, different verse. Just put the ball on the deck and go by Paoli. That's what the Hawks have been able to do really the entire game. This free throw there is painful to watch with 1.8 to go, trying to give your team the lead, but continue to attack these guys off the dribble. You'll have good success.
Valley just 1 of 3 from the line here in the quarter. 3 out of 5. That one is good. 8th point for Christian. And Paoli will have to go the length of the floor. They get it into Sears, who heaves up a prayer, and it clangs off the top of the backboard as we come to the end of the first half of play. So the first quarter dominated by the Rams, but the Hawks riding the ship a bit, and they have been able to come back and will take a 1-point lead going into the dressing room here at halftime. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30, Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, all for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. As expected, a dandy of a matchup through 2 quarters on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. It is Springs Valley 34, Paoli 33. Back with our halftime activities in a moment. You're listening to Springs Valley High School Basketball.
You've got a great watchdog. He barks every time someone comes to the door, devoted to your protection. But he can't lock your doors, turn on your lights, or set the temperature of your house. However, those things are part of what a Honeywell Lyric home automation system from Smithville Security can provide. Keep your dog and all other things you love safe. Visit smithvillesecurity.com today to discover how affordable peace of mind can be. Simple, smart, safe, Smithville.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows in Prince Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. 2-liter bottles of Coke and Pepsi, only 99 cents this month at Valley Marathon in West Baden.
And before we start our halftime activity from the Hawks Nest in this championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
Your home for Blackhawk, Bulldog, Ram, and IU sports. Q100 WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Here at halftime, Springs Valley came back from an 8-point deficit. They were down 17-9 in that opening quarter of play and have battled back and have had the lead on a couple of occasions, as we've seen 5 lead changes thus far to go along with 2 ties, but right now Valley with the 1-point lead here at the break. Paoli scoring went this way, very balanced, same as Valley. We'll go over that in a moment. Jordan Clark leading the way with 9. Jacob Babcock has 8. Dietrich Sears has 6. Ty Lawson has been held to 4 thus far. That's good news. He averages better than 18 a game. Brett Bosley, who started tonight, has 2 off the bench. Dawson Easterday and Garrett Vincent have a pair of free throws each, and Mitchell Radcliffe and Ashton Mitten off the bench have not scored. 2 fouls each on Bosley and Mitten. Nobody else for Paoli had more than 1. For Springs Valley in the first half, talk about balance. Let's start with Christian Tucker. He's got 8. Ryan Tao then has 7. 6 each from Jackson Land and Zach Carnes. Braden Whitaker has 5. Trenton McElfresh has 2. Cole Cooper and Isaac Carnes have come off the bench but have not tallied. So, again, a very balanced attack for the Hawks, led by Christian Tucker's 8. 2 fouls each on Land, Tao, Carnes, and Cooper. Nobody else had more than 1. Paoli led 21-16 after 1, but Valley with an 18-12 burst in the second quarter leads on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard at the half, 34-33. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we return, I had a chance to talk with Dusty Cole before the contest this evening. That interview comes up next. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Hello, my name is Ross Key. I speak farming and represent Springs Valley Bank and Trust, a true community bank committed to agriculture. As an ag specialist, I am committed to working with our customers and supporting the economic strength of our agricultural community. I look forward to building new and lasting relationships with farmers, businesses, and the people in the communities in which we live and work. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard Cole Cooper, and you're listening to Blackhawk Basketball on Q100.
Joined now by the head coach of the Paoli Rams, Dusty Cole. And Coach, we finally get a chance to catch up, and really looking forward to seeing your team play here this evening as you're out to a terrific 7-0 start. Just talk a little bit about, and I guess it's also the fact that it's not that anybody could not see this coming. This team has been in the making for a few years now, so probably no surprise. Nevertheless, they still have to go out and execute. What's been the key so far?
Well, we have a good group of kids, and we have been playing a lot of kids for a couple of years now. A couple of these kids had to play, probably a little bit too early, to be honest with you. We had to play them for a freshman season, and probably should have been on the JV team, but we had to throw them in there, and because of that, they have a little experience now. So most of the time, we're putting a lineup on the floor with a couple kids that have been playing for 2 or 3 years. So that always makes a difference, just having the experience, the kids being through some things, and we have a lot of upperclassmen too. And anytime you have that, you got a little more strength, you got a little more speed. So we got a lot of nice pieces, but we also have a couple of young kids that mix in well too, and we feel like we have a lot of depth, but again, we just have a group of kids that's been working really hard, and they've been doing that for 3 or 4 years now, and this is the first group that we've had that they were in elementary school when we took over the program. So, every now and then it just takes a while to get going, and this is about year 5 or 6, so that makes a difference.
Well, you always hear the cliches, chemistry, sharing the basketball, but I think that's been kind of a main ingredient for your ball club.
Oh, absolutely. They don't care who gets the points. We like to play pretty fast, get up and down the floor, but we get a lot of assists, on most nights, and we'll make the extra pass, and every now and then, we'll actually make too many passes. We'll pass up an open shot, but that's okay, and we don't mind to see that, as long as we keep moving the basketball.
You get ready now. Talk a little bit about these first 2 games. Not really tested all that much, although maybe in certain stretches, maybe you didn't feel the kids played as well as they should have, but you still got the 2 wins, and here you are in the championship game.
We played about 5 or 6 quarters where I think we could have played better, especially on the offensive end, kind of struggled in 2 or 3 stretches there. But, sometimes that happens over the break, at a morning game, so just out of routine a little bit. Sometimes you don't expect that, from a veteran team like we have, so that was kind of disappointing to see. But at the same time, they are still kids, so you're going to see that sometimes. But overall, we felt like the defense has been there, even though we had some stretches where the offense wasn't very good, and just kind of like the focus a little bit. But I still feel like the defense has been pretty good for the most part. The second half of the Shoals game, we gave up 15 points, and we turned around and played a good second half against Martinsville as well.
First place trophy on the line tonight, certainly a little less than what could be the conference at stake when we meet at your place 3 weeks from now. But still, I know you and the kids have to be looking forward to this challenge against your county rival.
Well, I think the atmosphere is going to be great for one. I think Spring Valley's going to have a big crowd here, and I think Paoli is a big crowd. They both have good records, they're both ranked, so it should be a good ball game.
Talk a little bit about the matchup.
Well, Spring Valley doesn't have a lot of length, but they have a lot of quickness, so they make up for that lack of length with their quickness and their speed. Their team speed's really good. They kind of fly around. They run chain defense a lot. So, that'll be a key. We have to recognize what defense they're in. And they have a lot of different kids can score. You can't key on anybody on that basketball team because a lot of different kids can do some things. The Whitaker kid, obviously, he's probably the closest they have to a star player. There's no stars out there, but as a team, they're really, really good and really good on the defense end. I think they're only giving up about 37 points a game. I think they're about 5th in the state, in a team defense. So that's a concern. So we want to get up and down, and they want to slow it down, so we'll see who wins out.
And that is the head coach of the Paoli Rams, Dusty Coles. I had a chance to talk to him prior to the game this evening. Here at halftime, Springs Valley leading by 1 at 34-33 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. For hand-breaded fish and chips, tenderloins that are second to none, homemade soups, and a large selection of craft beverages, all served up at a great atmosphere. Come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick for a variety of other menu items, even for the most discriminating appetites, and a tantalizing kids menu. Come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick. You get the idea? For good food, all in a legendary atmosphere, 33 Brick Street, downtown French Lick. Third quarter underway. We'll check the lineups for you as Braden Whitaker slaps the ball away from behind on Dietrich Sears. So Valley forces a turnover against Paoli on their first possession here of the second half. Whitaker jumps it down to the baseline to Land, off on the wing to Christian Tucker. Valley with their original 5. Land, Tucker, Carnes, Tao, and Whitaker. Valley's in white tonight. They have been all 3 of the games. They're moving left to right here in the second half. To the free throw line, Tao. Jump shot from 15 is good. And Ryan stepping out on the perimeter now has his 9th point of the contest. And Valley with their biggest lead of the game of 3 now at 36-33. And there's a steal by Jackson Land. Drives it in on Lawson. Scoops it up, blocked away. And we've got a foul called. And let's see who. It's either Land or Tao. Either one of them is going to pick up their 3rd foul. And Michael Leachman shouting some encouragement here, saying, hey, go up strong on those.
Both teams made the same adjustment at halftime, Mike. They came out in a 1-3-1 zone. Valley handled Paoli's zone in the first possession, getting their best shooter a shot in his favorite spot. Paoli turned it over. Hawks are going to stay in the 1-3-1 for a while as they continue to throw the kitchen sink at Dusty Cole's ball club.
And low to Babcock, kicks it to a wide-open Jordan Clark out of the corner, and of course he's going to hit it.
Just took one possession for the Rams to know what they were in and adjust. Then Valley over-helped on the post pass. They feed it out across court to Clark, who knocked in the wide-open 3.
He has got 12 now. He is torching the Hawks right now. Now Tucker wide open for 3, and he answers right back. So there you go, tit for tat. As Christian in double figures now with 11 as the Hawks regain the lead. Now it is Brett Bosley teeing it up from downtown, and he knocks it down. So pretty much a 3-point shooting contest right now. And the Hawks turn it over, and ahead of the pack is Clark, and he takes it in for the basket. As again, Valley succumbing to the racehorse style of this Paoli team.
They backed up Jackson there as he broke the press. He didn't account for the player he'd already beaten. They poked it out from behind and get a run out on us. They take the lead, 41-39.
To the baseline, Land in low to Tao. Tries to go up strong, had it blocked away again, and Babcock comes out of there with it. Rams apparently doing a good job of blocking shots without getting called for the foul, and now Zach Carnes has just picked up his 3rd as Lawson tried to take it to the goal against him. So coming out here in the first almost 2.5 minutes, Valley has 2 players that now have 3. Cole Cooper will come in now for Jackson Land, and Zach Carnes will stay in there for now. 2-point Paoli lead, 41-39. They've scored the last 5. Ball comes into Clark, down to the corner, Lawson to Babcock. Carnes tried to slap it away. Now Lawson out of the corner for 3 on the rim and off. And now we're going to have a rebounding foul, this time on Paoli. So let's see who the guilty party is here. It'll be on Jordan Clark. That is his 2nd, and the first on Paoli here in the half.
Zach got away with a potential 4th foul there. You called that right. He tried to gamble, go for a steal. Could have easily been called for that. Paoli didn't lose the ball, so the officials let it go. Fortunate for us.
Cooper to the baseline, works it in low to Whitaker. Turns against Bosley, kicks it off to Whitaker. Tucker for 3, and Christian doing it all right now. He's got his 3rd triple of the game as the Hawks go back in front by 1 now at 42-41 as down the lane goes Ty Lawson with a little runner. He's got 6 in the ball game as this one just keeps going back and forth, and a quick timeout here called by the Rams. It'll be a 30-second timeout with 5:01 to go in the 3rd quarter on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Paoli has retaken the lead on our 8th lead change of the game at 43-42.
Both teams just scoring at will on each other as this half has started. Paoli shooting lights out here early. Valley countering them with an offensive onslaught of their own. If somebody can string together 4 or 5 minutes of good defense like Valley did in that 2nd quarter when they caught back up, when the 1-2-2 zone paid off for about 5 minutes, they'll have a chance right now. Neither team stopping the other one.
Hawks, I think both teams shot pretty well in that first half, didn't they?
They did. I'll tell you a little bit quicker as we get the ball inbounds. But Valley shot 54.5%, 12 out of 22. Paoli not quite as good, 9 for 21, 43%, but they made up for it at the line, making 11 out of 14. From the charity stripe, where Valley only made 5 of them, 5 out of 7.
Jordan Clark just picked up his 3rd foul. He was holding Christian Tucker there as Valley tried to inbound it. He's got 3 now. Both squads with 2 team fouls as the Hawks bring it into the front court. Paoli by 1. Cooper deep on the right side, looks. High post to Whitaker, to Christian Tucker, driving down the lane. Had it spin out, rebound to Whitaker, back up and good.
Good offense by Valley there. They just run their man set. Oh, my. A tough ball in the center court. And to get Cole Cooper what could have been a charging foul. He snuck in there, and Paoli didn't see him coming. He fell to the wood there at the center court.
Yeah, I was looking down, but again, Valley fans up in arms. They do not like the call whatsoever, and Cole Cooper has picked up his 3rd personal foul. Valley
could have went either way. Mike Cooper may have flopped a bit trying to draw it.
They lob it into Bosley as he got position on Braden Whitaker and put it up and in. So Brett Bosley continuing to use his size. And it's now Paoli by 1, 45-44. Whitaker down the lane, leans in, puts it up, got it, a block, and Bosley called for the blocking foul. He tried to get over and set the charge, and didn't get over in time, and Bosley has picked up his 3rd personal foul. Braden Whitaker with his 9th point, and he'll have a chance here at a 3-point play, as we're up to 11 lead changes as the Hawks back in front now by 1. Boy, has this been a fun game.
Highly well played game. Both teams struggling on the defensive end. Paoli cannot stop the dribble at all. Whitaker, who may got away with the travel, got all the way to the paint and knocked it home. Again, we continue to drive the ball against this Ram man-to-man defense.
Free throw off target by Braden. So it's still a 1-point Valley lead. Babcock free throw line to Mitten into lane, scoops it up, no good, and they're going to say that was it Whitaker or Tucker, one of the two.
Well, I thought it was Whitaker.
Yeah, I think so. And Murray Minto, the official, stopped there. I think Braden said a couple of words, and Murray Minto made sure that Braden's not going to continue the rhetoric, as Mitten will go to the free throw line now to shoot 2, and the first of which is perfect.
How can Murray go this long in his life and not have the nickname of Mo?
I don't know.
Took you seconds to get that one, I know, but...
Yeah. Mitten gets the first free throw to go. That's his first point of the game. And a chance to put Paoli back in front, and he does. So the Rams now 13 of 16 at the foul line. Valley is 5 of 8. So the Hawks have only shot half as many free throws as the Rams. Just past the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. Cooper baseline to Tucker. Little off balance, so he couldn't get the shot off. Now out top to Carnes. Drives it left. They back off of him. So he'll take the 3 and bury it.
Offensive clinic for both teams right now. Neither team coming close to getting a stop on the other one.
Here is Easterday. Drives the baseline. Cut off by Tao. Scoops it up, left it short. Tipped out long. Grabbed by Lawson. His 15-footer is good.
Another offensive rebound as Valley finally forced to miss. But it tipped back out to Lawson, who put it in.
49-49. 3:15 to go. We've had 6 ties, 13 lead changes. Tucker cut off on the right side to Whitaker. Back to Christian. Drives the baseline. Sealed off. Top of the key to Tao. Ryan's going to try a 3, and it is no good. And the rebound pulled out of there by Easterday. Quickly into the front court. Lawson hooks it down to the corner to Mitten. Mitten looks to drive to the wing, kicks it out top to Easterday. He'll leave up a 3. It spins out, and Zach Carnes able to corral the rebound with 2:48 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. 2 very evenly matched teams duking it out here for the trophy of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. Boy, can't wait till they meet again here in 3 weeks, and now they're going to get Ryan Tao. He had Jacob Babcock all over him, 25 feet from the basket. He was just trying to pass off, and apparently he moved his pivot foot.
Yeah, he got stood up there. That's the first time in a while that we've got stood up by the belly-to-belly pressure of the Rams, and when he did, he got stood up, he got off balance, he drugged the pivot foot. 8th turnover on Valley.
Mitten, left side of the arc. Up top to Lawson. Looks to drive it on Cooper. Lost the handle, but Sears there to pick it up. Jumps it back over to Easterday. Now left wing to Mitten. Trying to post up Babcock. They've got Ryan Tao playing behind him. Here is Lawson. Lobs it in low to Easterday. Ball knocked away, and losing it out of bounds was Babcock. Good defense there as the Hawks
forcing the turnover. Fourth of the quarter, chance of the game on the Rams, and really that's been our only defense when we were able to turn them over. That time we double and triple teamed the post, knocked the ball out of his hands, went off of his knee on the deflection, and the Hawks have it back, tied at 49. 2:08 to go, third quarter.
You know, the Rams beat Martinsville Tabernacle by 39 today, so they were able to rest their starters for basically a quarter. And so they had a 30-point explosion in that third quarter. They were only up 10 at the end of the second quarter, and they extended that to 26 in just 8 minutes. And that's what you almost kind of dread here, that Paoli has that capability. They try to go in low to McElfresh, lost the handle, so he couldn't get the shot off. Gives off to Tucker, off top now to Carnes. 1:40 to go, third quarter, tie game at 49. Carnes out between the circles, looks to slide off the Whitaker screen. Jack tried to lose Lawson, ended up losing the ball, but manages to tip it over to McElfresh.
I like the highly patient possession here by the Hawks.
And now we have a foul away from the ball here as Braden Whitaker on the high post was trying to get position. And they're going to get Garrett Vincent on this personal. That'll be his first.
I don't mind getting in a half-court contest with the Rams at this point. Trying to limit the amount of possessions the rest of the way here, as we've got 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Make Paoli guard you for an extended period of time, force them into a mistake.
Here's Whitaker, posts up Vincent, takes him down the lane, can't get the shot to go, but a good job by Braden to draw the foul. He'll be on the line twice. And Vincent, another foul, that'll be his second.
Good post feed to get the ball to Whitaker. He did a good job of showing his numbers to the passer. Got low, made a strong move to the rim, and he'll earn a trip to the line for two.
And after hitting two, missing two, he gets this one to go. He's in double figures now with 10. As the Hawks retake the lead.
Valley has everybody back. It's been their one under Coach Leitsman. He doesn't want Paoli to get a missed free throw and break it out. Instead, he made it. Valley up two. Hawks will change defenses again to the 2-3 zone. This did not work at the start of the game. See if it works better now.
Here's Easterday open for three on the right wing, and he buries it.
Yeah, they were prepared and ready for the 2-3 zone. That was easy. They threaded it early. The first minute, they got 7 points out of it, and they get a wide-open three there.
And McElfresh, careless with the basketball, loses the handle, and Babcock able to take it away with under a minute to go, third quarter. Rams leading it by 1. They led by 5 after 1. Hawks were on top by 1 at the break. Now they lob it in low to Mitten, and he loses it, and it's picked up by McElfresh. So the teams trade turnovers, and the Hawks could look at back-to-back possessions if they're patient enough to play for the final shot of this third quarter. They'll also get it to begin quarter number 4.
I think it's what they should do. We'll see if they're able to do it. Paoli doesn't want them to do that. They're going to come out and extend their 2-3 zone trap.
Be careful on those wings that you don't get yourself in a trapping situation. High post McElfresh kicks it off to Land. 15 seconds remaining in the third. Hawks looking to regain the lead here if they can score before the end of the period. Land, left side, down to the corner to Cooper. 6 seconds to go. Picks up the dribble to Tucker with 4, with 3. Drives to the wing. Pull-up jumper is no good, and that will do it. Oh, he just pushed off on Cole Cooper with the off arm. And man, oh man, again, Valley livid that they did not make a call there. So we head to the fourth. Paoli 52, Springs Valley 51 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
You need gadgets. For that one-stop shopping destination for routers, flash drives, cables, smartphones, TVs, and more, search no longer. Our technology-powered by Smithville store is conveniently located in downtown French Lick at 505 South Maple Street. If you prefer to shop online, browse our online store at smithville.tech. That's smithville.tech. Getting what you need is just a click away. That's smithville.tech.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. 2-liter bottles of Coke and Pepsi, only 99 cents this month at Valley Marathon in West Baden.
This is Springs Valley senior forward Isaac Carnes. Thanks for listening to Blackhawk Basketball right here on Q100.
With
Kevin Terrell and our statistician Stevie McNew. Mike Hamilton at the Hawks Nest in French Lick. A thriller here through 24 minutes as these two Orange County powerhouses collide for the first of two meetings. So far, Paoli getting the better of things, but only by one. Valley with the ball to start this fourth quarter. They're in white. Paoli is in purple. Hawks moving left to right. They swing it around to Carnes. Sacks three. Around it. It stays in. Oh, it spun all the way around the rim. Looked like it was going to dip out, but it stayed down. Zach's got 12. It's his fourth three-pointer of the game. 54-52, first minute of the fourth quarter. Top of the key, Minton. Turns, gives it off now to Ty Lawson. Lawson looking to shake and bake against Carnes. Back-to-back out with the dribble. Looking, now Dietrich Sears flashes out left wing. Alley-oop, backdoor, intercepted by Braden Whitaker. Hawks anticipated that was coming. Here is Tucker. Step back three. Get in there. Oh, it will not. The rebound grabbed by Minton.
That might have been just a little bit quicker than the coaching staff wanted, although if he'd have made it, that would have brought the house down.
Here's Minton. Kicked it off to Sears. Fakes the three as they chase him off the three-point line. Off now to Vincent. Sends it over on the near side to Lawson. Now Sears with a touch left side. Looks to move off the Vincent screen. To Lawson, in low it comes to Bosley, who's back in there, out to Lawson for three, and he knocks it down again.
Valley overhelped on the post. I think we just need to make him score over the top of us. We left their leading scorer with a wide open set shot three, and Lawson drained it. Rails back on top by one.
55-54, almost 2 minutes played, fourth quarter. Which team will blink first? Here's Tucker. Paoli looking for the trapping pressure, and Vincent comes out. Tries to strip it away and gets called for the reach-in foul. That'll be his third.
That's a big foul because now from here on out, Valley's in the penalty. That's the 16th foul. So from here on out, on every Paoli foul from this point forward, the Hawks will shoot free throws. That could be a critical factor. Just 14 fouls on the Hawks in this half. We've got a couple more to give.
6:15 left to go. Land, right side. Cross courts it to Tucker. Looks, skips it off now to Whitaker, in low to Tao. Triple team, and they're going to call the jump ball. I think it was Clark who's back in there now for Paoli that reached in from behind as Ryan Tao turned into the lane. And that is a key turnover as Paoli gets it back with a 1-point lead. We've been basically trading baskets here. In fact, we have all the way no team here in the second half has scored back-to-back field goals. Here's Bosley on the dribble, backs it out on the wing, picks it up, clears it away now to Minton. He sends it left side to Clark. Here comes yet another three. This one is in and out, and the rebound pulled out of there by Ryan Tao. Outlet to Whitaker. Braden up the left side, gets around Lawson, stops on the baseline, kicks it off to Tucker, fakes the three, drives it into the lane, kicks it down to the corner to Carnes, sacks three, looks short it is, and the rebound tipped up in the air. Who's got it? It is Jackson Land, and a timeout called. I think Paoli fans thought they were going to call a travel as Al and Land both came up with the ball simultaneously, but Michael Leachman was right there to spend the timeout, and the Hawks will retain it when play resumes. 5:26 to go, fourth quarter. A thriller here in French Lick. 55-54, Paoli up by one on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. We'll return with more Blackhawks basketball right after this.
A message from Spring Valley Meadows and French Lick.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard Jackson Land. Hear every dribble, pass, and shot of Blackhawk basketball on the sports voice of the Valley, Q100.
Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the Salad Bar Lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink, all for $7.99. Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. And as always, we appreciate our friends over at Chicago's for providing the Q100 sports staff with another terrific pie. Nothing better than Valley basketball and Chicago's Pizza. Tucker, he threw it right into the hands of Jordan Clark. Good anticipation there. Rams with the basketball still up by 1. And now here's a long three that would not drop. Rebound to Clark. He saved it into Sears, and now Dusty Cole will spend a timeout. This will be a 30 here with 5:08 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Rams on the Fast Eddie scoreboard still clinging to that 1-point lead at 55-54. For certified Angus beef steak served up the way you want, a great atmosphere, come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick. With a heated screened-in patio to make you feel like you're outside, come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick. You get the idea. For good food, all in a legendary atmosphere, it's 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick.
Well, right now, Mike, this is going to have to become a legendary atmosphere with the Rams up 1. We need our home court and this crowd to really get involved in it. The Rams feel like they're on the verge of wearing us out and going on a spurt. You'd almost feel it in the crowd. We got to find a way somehow to dig in and see if we can't string 3, 4, 5 defensive stops together. If we do, I think we'll have a chance to win in the last minute or two.
Ball comes into Bosley, and boy, this 6'5" freshman just popping all over the place. He had his foot on the line. It's a 2, and the Rams have scored back-to-back field goals. I said the teams have traded field goals all entirely in the second half. That is incorrect, as Paoli had a 5-0 run, but Valley needs to recover here as critical time of the ball game, 4:40 to go. And Rams extend the defense a bit. Bland has it deep on the left side. Oh, almost a bad pass. Here's Towle on the baseline, and they're going to get Ryan for another traveling violation.
Got a little bit anxious when the Paoli big guy came out and closed out on him. Ryan trying to put it on the deck, put his feet to take off. Third turnover of the quarter on Valley, 13th or 12th rather of the night. And they feel the danger here starting to slip away. One more basket could really put us in a bad spot.
Bosley right around Whitaker. Christian Tucker tried to get over and take the charge, did not. Bosley hits the layup, and a chance at a three-point play. They're going to get Christian on the foul. That'll be his second.
That was a good call. Christian trying to do the right thing, but he turned his body as he tried to take the charge. Whitaker just got beat bad on the clear out as they were attacking him right there. Bosley, the big kid, stepping up big in his debut in this rivalry at the varsity level.
Just a freshman. And he misses the free throw, and Zach Carnes able to pull down the rebound as the Hawks trailing by 5. And Michael will take a 30-second timeout here with 4:19 remaining in the contest. The Rams have scored the last 7 and have a 5-point lead at 59-54 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Hawks have trailed by as many as 8, but I think the big difference right now, Kevin, is the fact that the Hawks have not strung back-to-back baskets since they went on that 8-0 run midway through the second quarter to erase what was at the time a 6-point deficit to take a 2-point lead.
Yes, and it's not necessarily an offensive problem, it's a defensive one. You know, we came into this game 5th in the state in defensive points allowed, just giving up 37 a game. But you see what happens when we play a higher-class team as Paoli. They have shredded us really no matter what we've tried. They got 59 already. Well on their way to getting this game in the 60s, maybe the 70s, right where they wanted it. We'll just have to find a way to produce some points and try to string 2 or 3 stops in a row together, which we've been unable to do up to this point.
Again, more full court pressure. Tucker breaks it into the front court, baseline to Towle. Ryan out top now to Carnes, out between the circles, sends it over to Tucker again. Back to Zach, in on the high post to Towle, who misfires the jumper, got his own rebound. Looks to get rid of it, hooks it back out to Tucker, takes a dribble, double clutches, hands off to Towle, jumps it off to Carnes. And again, Paoli chasing Zach off the three-point line, over to Whitaker. And Braden trying to drive it on Bosley. Cut off, skips it off now to Towle, around to Carnes again. Zach at the three-point arc, drives in, down to the corner. Tucker, good look at a three, and he buries it.
The left-hander hitting on the corner, big shot. Keeps Valley alive. We're within 2. Christian Tucker becoming a man right before our eyes in this tournament.
He's got 17 now, and Valley to within 2 with 3:20 to go. Into the lane, Sears, pull-up jumper is good.
We just can't produce any stop. This is a simple cross screen, turn and shoot right over the top of us. And again, Paoli just shredding no matter what defense we play.
Land cross courts it to Carnes. Up top to Tucker again. Back to Zach on the right side. 3 minutes to go. Paoli with a 4-point lead. Tucker skips it back out now to Carnes. High post to Tao. Ryan turns, and we're going to get a reach-in foul. Jordan Clark, a little too much pressure at the foul line, will pick up his fourth.
Well, these are huge free throws here. One-on-one opportunity for Ryan Tao.
He has hit his only free throw of the game. He is looking to become the fourth Valley player to hit double figures. He eyes it, flies it, and hits it. Oh, that hung precariously on the front of the rim before finally falling through. So Valley's had a couple of shots like that.
Valley will take Tao out of the game if he can make this free throw and have a chance to set their defense. He does.
So that's 11 now for Ryan.
What a barn burner here from the Hawks nest, Mike. 61-59, right. 2:52 to go. It feels like if we can just somehow get a stop.
Yeah.
I keep saying that. It feels like the whole quarter. Paoli scoring almost at will. Just got to find a way to dig in somehow and get a stop or get a turnover.
There goes Lawson all the way to the goal. Put it up no good. They're going to get a foul here, I think, on Zach. I was just going to say, Kevin, the Hawks have done a pretty good job of staying out of serious foul trouble, but Zach now becomes the first Valley player to pick up 4.
Nothing you can do about it now. Just got to roll the dice with him in there and see how you can play it. Maybe put him on the line at some point. Next foul puts Paoli in the one-on-one. Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Here's Sears. And low knocked away. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up, though, by Sears. Hawks desperately trying to take it away. Now Minton on the high post. Kicked it off to Sears for 3. It's an air ball. And the rebound pulled out of there by Carnes. Zach runs the floor. Skip pass underneath to Braden, who fakes, puts it up, footwork high.
What a play by Carnes to get the rebound, go coast to coast, and feed Whitaker with a 30-foot bounce pass. Tie game.
And Minton all the way to the goal, left it short. Rebound pulled up by Carnes. Valley can regain the lead with 2:05 to go. Braden hit the lane, baseline to Tucker for the 3. Oh, in and out, no good. Oh, it was close. The crowd would have erupted there. Here's Clark driving into the lane, leans in, and he's called for the offensive foul. Oh, what a job there by Christian Tucker. He took the charge, and Jordan Clark is fouled out of the ball game with 1:51 remaining. Another huge play there for the Hawks defensively.
Well, that's the second stop in a row. Paoli taking some questionable shot selection here these last couple of possessions. That long 3 was out of control and wild. He airballed it. That time they had a chance to work the ball and get a good shot instead. Out of control drive, couldn't stop. Ran us over for the offensive foul. Now the Hawks with the ball with a chance to take the lead.
Here is Jackson. Drives it right. Cut off, looks, throws it out top now to Tucker. 1:38 remaining. Tie game at 61. Jackson right wing. Who will step up and be the hero for the Hawks tonight? Jackson to the baseline. Throws it out long to Tucker. Christian won't take the 3. As again, 2 defenders come out.
Boy, would we dare hold the ball for the final shot? It's a long time to hold it.
It is a long time. Still 1:15 to go. I think Michael Leachman still has 3 timeouts, so he's at the ready in case one of his players gets in trouble, and there is one of them right there.
That was a 9-1-1 timeout. Whitaker a little bit out of control over there in the corner. Michael Leachman didn't like the look of that and goes ahead and spins one.
We're coming down to a photo finish. 1:07 remaining. 61 all on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Valley and Paoli in another classic struggle. We'll be back with more after this 30-second timeout.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
This is Springs Valley Senior Center, Ryan Tao, and you're listening to Blackhawks basketball on Q100.
1:07 left in regulation as these two powerhouses duking it out down to the wire. Tie ball game at 61. Hawks will have possession of the basketball in the forecourt. Land, Carnes, Tucker, Tao, and Whitaker on the floor. The Rams counter with Sears, Lawson, Easterday, Vincent, and Bosley. On the high post, Tao turns, kicks it off now to Carnes, moves it around now to Tucker. As again, Paoli extending the defense. Jackson Land comes out deep on the wing to take the pass. Back it goes now to Christian. Back to Jackson, and it is out of bounds. Ooh, almost a steal there. Bosley got over and got a hand on it, tried to save it, but they say he stepped on the sideline, and the Hawks will keep possession of the basketball.
Dodging bullets!
And Tucker able to split two defenders. Down to the corner it goes to Whitaker. Braden picks up the dribble, looks, gets it off now to Carnes. And Zach, I think he did. Yeah, he traveled with the basketball.
Well, I think we were trying to hope for one shot, but you can see we were shaky there the last few seconds. Almost turnover on the other side of the court, and that time Zach hopped with the basketball, drug that pivot foot. It's the fourth turnover of the quarter, eighth of the half. And now Paoli with a chance to go for the final shot and try to win it.
Let's see what they elect to do. Lawson into the front court, right wing. Off it comes now to Easterday.
Now don't overhelp it.
To Bosley, and a timeout called here by Dusty Cole. So they were looking to post up Brett Bosley, and instead Dusty Cole wants to talk things over. 27 and 7/10 seconds left here in regulation, the championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. Tied at 61. Rams and Blackhawks on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. We'll continue with more Springs Valley basketball right after this.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is Springs Valley senior forward Trent McElfresh. Don't miss a second of the action of Blackhawk basketball by keeping it tuned in here to Q100.
Springs Valley 61, Paoli 61. 27 and 7/10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Rams basketball. Ty Lawson will trigger it in, baseline left of the hoop.
They hurt us with an out-of-bounds play early and scored a bucket against our 2-3 zone, which we're showing full across for the Rams. It's tough to handle this offensive set.
Comes into Minton, right wing. Hands off to Lawson. Clears it away now to Easterday. Looks as though the Rams do want to play for the final shot. Try to win it in regulation. Valley hoping at worst to go to overtime. 10 seconds to go. Lawson has it well out high. And there's the timeout again by Dusty Cole. I think he is, down to one left?
He's down to one. He'll have the ball up at the top at the half-court line with 7.8 to go. He's got to try to figure out what defense Valley's going to play. Valley wants to figure out what kind of offensive scheme Dusty will go with. The chess match continuing.
Well, it's certainly been a lot of fun this week. Hawks with two blowout wins, 53-37 yesterday over West Washington, 61-27 over New Washington last night, and we figured this one would come down to the wire, and it has. Any way you go, I think Valley has proven that this 8-1 record is legitimate, as they are taking on a very, very good Paoli team and taking them right down to the finish.
Yeah, both these teams have a chance to do some serious damage, not just in the conference, but in the tournament when March comes. Paoli 2A and Valley 1A. I don't think there's any question about that. March has a chance to be a lot of fun around this Orange County area. Now we'll see, though, if it can be fun for Valley on this night, because 7.8 to go. Paoli with the ball up top.
Remember,
both teams in the penalty. Valley with a chance, 1-1 either way.
One big help for Valley. Rams do not have Jordan Clark, who hit 3 3-pointers while he was in there. He fouled out with 1:51 remaining.
Got a rebound here. Don't give up a second shot.
Lawson into the front court. Gets around Tao. Drives. Kicks it off to Easterday. Baseline to Bosley for the win. It spins out and will go to overtime. Bosley about a 12-footer on the left base drive. Could not get it to go. We're playing 4 more minutes. Springs Valley and Paoli tied at 61 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. We'll return with the overtime in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
When it comes to shopping local, most of us think of small, friendly mom-and-pop shops with their quality products and commitment to their community. You may not think of Smithville as a local company, but it is. An Indiana company built by Hoosiers for Hoosiers. Nationally recognized for outstanding fiber internet, TV, voice, and security, as well as incredible customer service provided by your fellow Hoosiers. Go local. Visit switchtosmithville.com for the fastest internet and more. You'll be in good hands.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. 2-liter bottles of Coke and Pepsi, only 99 cents this month at Valley Marathon in West Baden.
This is Springs Valley's senior guard, Zach Carnes. Your power station for Blackhawk Sports is Q100 WFLQ.
But what else could you expect? 2 evenly matched teams, 32 minutes, can't decide it, so we'll play an extra 4. But again, Valley with a tiny advantage as Jordan Clark, Paoli starting forward. He still leads the team with 14, but he's on the bench having fouled out with just under 2 minutes to go in the final quarter. So Tao and Bosley will jump it up again. Bosley easily controlled last time, and he will again here, using that big 6'5" frame of his.
All right, Valley got 4 straight stops to end the game. That's why they managed to tie it up. They got to see if they can string a few more together. Paoli at most of this game has been scoring it well on the Hawks. Let's see if that newfound defense stretch can keep it going here toward the overtime area. Paoli a little bit shaky, having to play more patiently now. That's not their asset, not their strong suit.
Boy, a slow 5 seconds. Bosley drives on Whitaker. Can't do anything with it. Hands it back to Easterday. Works it around now to Lawson. They've held the ball for the first 35 seconds here of overtime. Still tied at 61.
Okay, set piece here coming from Dusty Cole.
Here's Lawson. Turns on Whitaker to the baseline. Pull-up jumper. He airballed it. Not even close on that one. And Valley comes out of there with a basketball. Hawks first possession in overtime. Land. Looks, had it knocked away, clears it away now to Carnes, bounces away to Tucker, and a bad pass, almost stolen away. Carnes stepped into the backcourt, and now the Hawks do lose it.
The whole possession was shaky. We were struggling to keep it anyway. Michael didn't want to spend the time out there. We ended up turning it over.
All right, he's got 1 left, and I believe Paoli will have 2 left. He had 1 remaining and 1 carryover, and then the 1 extra you get in the overtime.
Both teams showing some nerves here, I think, in overtime. Paoli looks very tentative on offense, and we certainly did too when we had the ball.
Bosley, up top it comes now to Easterday on the dribble. Picks it up, clears it away to Mitten, who flashes out top of the circle. Now to Ty Lawson near the 10-second line over to Easterday.
Comes the wheel play. Everybody runs this.
Bosley, Easterday, lobs it in low, and right underneath the basket is Brett Bosley to lay it up and in.
They got the lob to their big fella there. Good call by Dusty Cole to help his offense out. Paoli draws first blood in overtime. They have a 2-point lead.
Important for the Hawks to get a tying basket here, or maybe the lead. Whitaker has it right side. He drives to the wing. Little up and under. Miles off the glass and in.
The shot fake there led to the easy, I don't want to say too easy, but scoop shot by Whitaker. The senior stepping it up when we had to have it. Tied at 63.
8 ties, 15 lead changes in this contest. 90 seconds remaining in overtime. Still nothing decided. Deadlocked at 63. Bosley deep on the right wing. Throws it up top now to Easterday. Is again Paoli being very deliberate. Tucker tried to poke it away. Easterday penetrated the foul line. Backs it back out now to Lawson. I don't think Paoli's is effective when they run the half court, but they work it into Bosley again, and he's just too big, too strong, and he lays it up and in again. And again, it's Paoli back up by 2. 65-63, under a minute to go. And now Michael Leachman will take his only timeout he will have available here in the extra session. 57, 2/10 left. Paoli with the lead, 65-63 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Back with more from the Hawks Nest in French Lick of this Springs Valley Tournament Championship game right after this.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ASCSeniorCare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley senior forward Braden Whitaker. Keep it tuned to Q100 all season long for Blackhawks basketball.
2 baskets by Brett Bosley for Paoli, countering a field goal by Braden Whitaker. So the Rams with a 2-point lead, but Valley has the basketball. We're a couple of ticks under a minute remaining here in the first overtime. Hawks will play it in right in front of us as the ball comes into the backcourt, where it's grabbed now by Zach Carnes. Valley in white, Paoli in purple. Valley moving left to right. Trap on Whitaker. They swing it around to Carnes. Off now to Lynn. Off to Christian Tucker for the 3. Oh, and it spins out.
All right, good shot. Now you got a good foul.
Couldn't get it to go. That would have been for the lead. Now, 35 seconds to go. Who do you want to foul?
They don't want to foul him.
Over it comes now to Minton. Minton turns. Gets it off now to Easterday. Valley letting valuable time run off the clock. Minton drives, jumps it off now to Lawson. Over to
They do want to give it him. They didn't foul Sears. That's who they were trying to get.
They work it to Bosley. Valley's got a foul. 15 seconds to go, and finally Jackson Land comes out and fouls Brett Bosley.
I think that's their second choice. They were trying to foul Dietrich Sears. I think the coaching staff was urgent in the foul, but twice Sears had the ball, and twice Valley didn't get to him. They chose not to foul some of the other kids who are higher percentage free throw shooters. Now the freshman, who has all 4 points in overtime, with a chance at the line to put it away maybe for Paoli, but it is just a 1-on-1.
Yep, 17 foul. So the pressure on the rookie here as he fires it up, but he missed it. So the Hawks have a chance here. 13 seconds to go. Carnes, no timeouts for the Hawks. Works it into the front court. Clears it off to Whitaker. It's stolen away. Picked up by Minton. 3 seconds to go. And Paoli is going to win it. No whistle, and the Rams have held on to win in overtime. A bad pass by Zach Carnes as Whitaker could not come up with it on the right side. And Paoli, much to the delight of the purple and gold that made the short trip over here on Highway 56, will celebrate the victory. No question the Hawks left everything out on the floor here tonight, but they come up just a tad bit short. But I'll tell you what, this whets your appetite. 3 weeks from tonight, they'll play at Chambers Gymnasium in Paoli with perhaps a conference championship on the line. But for now, it is Paoli that takes home the hardware as they're able to squeak out a 2-point victory over the Blackhawks here in overtime. Chicago's Pizza, good. Stop by Chicago's on the Boulevard in French Lick for the salad bar lunch, 11 to 1:30 Monday through Friday. Salad, pizza, breadsticks, and drink for $7.99 at Chicago's Pizza in French Lick. We'll be back to recap all of tonight's action in a moment. The final score here this evening in this championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. In overtime, the Paoli Rams 65, the Springs Valley Blackhawks 63. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Hello, my name is Ross Key. I speak farming and represent Springs Valley Bank and Trust, a true community bank committed to agriculture. As an ag specialist, I am committed to working with our customers and supporting the economic strength of our agricultural community. I look forward to building new and lasting relationships with farmers, businesses, and the people in the communities in which we live and work. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Springs Valley Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
You've got a great watchdog. He barks every time someone comes to the door, devoted to your protection. But he can't lock your doors, turn on your lights, or set the temperature of your house. However, those things are part of what a Honeywell Lyric home automation system from Smithville Security can provide. Keep your dog and all other things you love safe. Visit smithvillesecurity.com today to discover how affordable peace of mind can be. Simple, smart, safe, Smithville.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
Hello to all you drivers from your friends at Valley Marathon, where 8 pieces of chicken is just $7.99 every day, including Sundays. Quality Marathon gas, and now we're cooking fried chicken daily. 2-liter bottles of Coke and Pepsi, only 99 cents this month at Valley Marathon in West Baden.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard Christian Tucker. Now back to more Blackhawk basketball with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
And before we begin our post-game activities from the Hawks Nest in French Lick, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
Your home of IU and high school sports in the Valley. WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Well, in a game that saw 8 ties and 15 lead changes, and we had to play an extra 4 minutes to determine the winner, it was the Paoli Rams that were able to come out on top, but just barely here today as they eke out a 65-63 victory over the Springs Valley Blackhawks. Kind enough to join us after the ball game, Blackhawk head coach Michael Leachman. And Coach, what a game. Right down to the wire. Both teams had their chances to win, and I don't think you could be any more proud of what the kids left out on the court tonight.
Two really good teams, really great game. I think you could look at our schedule and say we beat some teams, but who have we really beat? And you can kind of say that about us, but I think tonight we proved what us coaches knew about these guys, and what we knew as a team about each other is that we are scrappy, we are tough, we're going to fight and claw, and we're going to battle no matter who it is, and I think we proved tonight. Unfortunately, we couldn't pull it out when we needed to, but I think we proved tonight, hey, we are contenders, we're a good team, we'll be there, we'll be there for the long run.
Yeah, no question. You guys were legitimately challenged tonight, and you were up to the task mentally and physically. You played a team that's, definitely got some size advantages, maybe some athletic advantages, but you guys ran your stuff well. Offensively, I thought it was your best night of the year, really.
Yeah, and they do such a good job of trapping up here, and they're so long, you really can't do much. You just got to put your players in the right position and let them make plays. And we got players that can make plays, so our coaches' jobs were just to put them in the right spots where they're going to succeed and just play basketball. And we had a ton of guys step up and really play. And we had 2 games yesterday, and we are a deep team. We play 8 guys, but we had 2 games yesterday, and we had this game. And this game was a battle. I mean, this was a battle for 36 minutes, and we played 5 or 6 guys majority of the game. Not that we don't trust those bench guys, because the bench guys have been great for us, but that starting 5 had a little rhythm going and kind of had the run going.
But I think we were tired. That's credit to Paoli. They can kind of throw bodies at you, and that's my bad and not stepping a little bit more. But I just think they kind of wore us down a little bit. We got real stagnant in the overtime, real stagnant the last minute of the game. You know, we weren't really trying to hold for the last shot. We still wanted to attack and try to get something good because, I mean, our offense had some good rhythm. And I thought we kind of just got content with just passing back and forth, and we had some bad turnovers there just because we quit attacking. I mean, when we attacked them, we were able to do what we wanted.
Yeah, the tail of the tape, you know, when you go back and watch it either later tonight or in the morning, I don't know if you're a after-the-game tape guy or you were the next day or not, but the one fly in the ointment that's going to annoy you a little bit, I think, probably is the 10 second-half turnover, second half and overtime.
Yeah, I think we only had 5 in the first half and then 10 in the second half. And, I mean, they were just turnovers because we became so stacked. I mean, we just quit attacking. It wasn't because we made bad plays or just because we were bad players. We just became content, and when you do that, when you play not to lose, that's what's going to happen, and we shouldn't have tried to do that. We should have kept attacking while we had our rhythm. But give credit to Paoli, too. They had some really good traps. They hadn't trapped the corner all game, and we were trying to put Braden and Christian down there, 2 guys that can really light it up, and they started trapping there. You know, so that's a good adjustment by them, and that kind of got us out of rhythm. Really, they had a good game plan. I thought our kids did a great job of fighting and executing to their best abilities, and I mean, it sucks to be on the losing end of it, but that game could have went. I mean, you could have flipped a coin there. I mean,
no question. Both teams going to be thrilled with their own offense, as both teams shoot over 50% for the game, and really some of the missed shots were just that. They were missed. They weren't always necessary forced. I kept talking about the first team that can get 3 or 4 stops consecutively, have a chance to pull it out. It looked like you weren't going to be able to do that, but you did end regulation with getting 3 stops in a row, and that's why you were able to come from 5 points down to tie it.
We can defend. I thought we defended really, really well in the first half. We just couldn't rebound. I mean, they just butchered us on the backboard, butchered us. So we were playing really good defense, but we gave up 8 offensive rebounds and 12 points off second chance. So there we dug ourselves a little hole. We should have been in a better position at halftime, but because we were playing good enough defense. Second half, my goodness, they just put the ball in the basket. Lawson, I mean, he is a heck of a player. I really enjoy watching Lawson play. He just hit some tough pull-up shots. I knew Clark was due for a good game. He struggled to shoot, and he really got him going that first half of making shots. Bosley really stepped. I mean, they had several guys step up, but
well, they're good. That's what they're supposed to do.
And I think we had several guys step up. Give credit to our guys too. I mean, we had guys make plays all night. Both teams did. It was just a fun game. I told our guys probably 3 times, "Hey, this is fun." You know.
Yeah, that's why you play.
Yep. That's an awesome atmosphere. Great crowds. Great rivalry. Great game. Great kids. Great battle.
And I can't wait, Coach, because when you play them again here 3 weeks from tonight, each of you will have a full week to prepare for them instead of like a half a day.
Right, yeah. And I'm sure Dusty's the same way I was. I didn't use a half day to prepare for him. We've been watching him for about 2 or 3 weeks now, ready for this game. Because I felt like if our kids took care of business, that would be the matchup we would be looking at on Friday night. So credit to our kids taking care of business. But we've been looking at them for a while, and I'm sure Dusty's been looking at us for a while. But, you know, this one hurts. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'd rather win the second one. I wanted both of them. Our kids wanted both of them. You can tell they're upset. We'll get better from this because you can tell how upset they are in the locker room. And, you know, we'll get them when it really, I mean, we're gonna have the opportunity to get them when it really matters. And if our kids can battle like they did tonight and our coaches can prepare just a little bit better, you know, we'll be in that same position, have that same opportunity. But we've got to get better from this point on. And hopefully they use this loss, use this feeling that they feel right now to motivate themselves to get better.
And that in and of itself is a sign of progress, because Mike and I have been broadcasting these games together for, I don't know, over a decade or somewhere in that neighborhood. And then, of course, he's been here since, you know, Dirt was first came out. So the game was invented. And there's been times when Valley's just been happy to compete, happy to stay close, happy to be there. It's a sign of progress for overall program when losing hurts so badly.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way you can get better. You know, if it doesn't hurt to lose, you're never going to be a winner. You're never really going to succeed in this game. So we're not happy to compete. I can tell you right now, I'm not very happy. I can tell you there's 8 to 21 guys in there that aren't very happy. And we'll bounce back from this. We'll get better from this. But no such thing as a good loss. But we can get better from this. We can use this as motivation. But, you know, we just got to... We stepped up. We just got to step up. Same thing with Salem. Our 2 losses, you know, we just got to finish. Fourth quarter of Salem, 4 minutes left. We didn't make winning plays. They did. The last minute of each half, or last minute of the game, last minute overtime, they made plays. We didn't. We're getting closer. It went from 4 minutes to the last minute, but we've got to finish and make finishing plays.
Well, Coach, as we take a peek into the future as far as what lies ahead, 4 consecutive weekends of back-to-back games where you go Friday and Saturday. It starts a week from tonight, the last of your 9 straight at home, and obviously that one a big one too, because it could go a long way in determining the conference when Crawford County comes in, and then the next 6 all on the road.
Right. There's no easy stretch of basketball, especially in Indiana. So we've had tough stretches of basketball all year. We played Mitchell and Orleans on the road first 2 games of the year. We had a tough stretch of basketball with Salem and Perry and Lagodi. We had a tough stretch of basketball today. 2 days of basketball. West Washington, who really battles. They're a young group that has a bright future. New Washington plays extremely hard, and then obviously Paoli's a good team that plays hard. So we know about tough stretches, but January's going to be a tough month for us. But I think we've shown already that we can handle those tough stretches.
Well, I don't know if there are some fans waiting out there for something to happen or not, but I'll tell you what, these if you're not coming out to these games, you are missing a lot, and this is an absolutely fun team.
They're amazing
to watch.
They're amazing kids. They're hard workers. I kind of want this season to slow down a little bit because I've never been around a group that's such a joy to coach and to be around. So I kind of want the season to slow down a little bit, but they are great kids. We're not doing anything fancy down there. We're not doing anything special down there. We just got players, and we got kids that work hard and that accept their roles. They're unselfish. They love playing with each other. So, I'm enjoying it. I just wanted to kind of slow down a little bit because this is an awesome group.
Well, I'll tell you what, take some time this New Year's weekend. Sit back, relax, maybe get the game out of your mind for a minute or 2 at least. And
I'll do the best I can.
Because I know come Monday or probably Tuesday when you lace them up again for practice, these kids will be back at it ready to go.
Yeah, and I owe a good weekend to Katie and Laney because they've sat in a basketball gym for 48 straight hours, so I owe them a non-basketball weekend this weekend.
Just 2 things in coaching, though, Mike, winning and misery, and I'm sure he's going to have some misery this weekend, but hang in there. It's going to be you're going to learn from this. Your kids are going to get better and definitely on the upswing still. A lot of good future things ahead for this basketball team, no question.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Coach, thanks for taking time to stop by. We'll see you first Wednesday for Sports Chat, and then can't wait till we get back at it next Friday when Crawford County comes to town.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All righty. Michael Leachman, the head coach of the Springs Valley Blackhawks, joining us here after the contest. Tough loss for the Hawks here tonight as they fall in overtime to their county and conference rivals, the Paoli Rams. Let's take a look at the scoring of the game for Paoli. They remain undefeated on the year at 8-0. They have now won 6 of those 8 away from Chambers Gymnasium, and they beat Valley for the first time here on their floor in almost 2 years, as Dusty Cole improves to 6-1 against his arch rivals. He saw 2 players make that 3 players get into double figures. Brett Bosley leading the way. He had 15 points here tonight, getting the surprise start instead of Ashton Mitten, and he responded well. In fact, he had both the field goals for Paoli in the overtime, and the second one proved to be the difference in the ball game. Jordan Clark, boy, talk about a kid that comes out of nowhere, averaging 6 points a game. He torches the Hawks for 3 3-pointers and was 3 out of 4 at the free throw line, so he went for 14. You had to figure the Hawks had a little bit of an advantage. He fouled out with 1:51 in regulation, so they didn't have his presence out there on the floor, but still the Rams managed to find a way to win. The other double-figure scorer was Ty Lawson, held to just 4 at halftime. He scored 7. He had a big 3-pointer there that at the time gave Paoli the lead. That started a 7-0 run for the Rams. They would eventually lead by 5 at 59-54 in the quarter before the Hawks scored 7 of the final 9 points to send it into the extra session. A lot of role players tonight. Jacob Babcock for 8 off the bench. Dawson Easterday chips in with 5. He had a big 3-pointer there in that third quarter. And 2 each from Ashton Mitten and from Garrett Vincent. The only one of the 9 that Dusty Cole used tonight that did not score was Mitchell Radcliffe, but he only played a minute or 2 in the game. For the Hawks tonight, tough loss. They dropped to 8-2 on the year, now 6-2 here at home. Their 4-game winning streak comes to a halt. They still have the edge over Paoli on this floor. They are 21-20 all time, although Paoli now leads in the overall series at 48-41. Another balanced attack again, Kevin. 4 players in double figures, starting with Christian Tucker, who had 17, Braden Whitaker 15, Zach Carnes 12, all of those from downtown, and Ryan Tao finished with 11. And to round out the scoring, 6 out of Jackson Land, and 2 from Trenton McElfresh. Cole Cooper and Isaac Carnes also played in the game, but did not score. Paoli led 21-16 at the end of the first stop. Valley overtook them to lead by 1, 34-33 at halftime. Rams had the advantage 52-51 after 3, tied at 61 after regulation, and Paoli with a 4-2 edge in the final 4 minutes pulls out the victory at 65-63. And I think, are you still calculating some of the final numbers in this one?
I've actually just got it. I'm good.
Okay.
For Paoli, they shoot 15 out of 23 from two-point range, and what's going to be a theme of these numbers, 65.2%, so very good shooting for the Rams from two-point range from downtown, 6 out of 17, 35.3%. It felt like they made more than that, but they indeed just shoot 6 out of 17. Overall, 21 for 40, 52.5%. From the foul line, they shoot 13 of 18, most of those in the first half. We did quit fouling in the second half. That gave us a chance. They 72.2%. And they turned it over 10 times. That's a nice low number in a game that goes into overtime. We out-rebounded Paoli tonight, 22-21. I would have told you we'd have won the game had that happened. Paoli's 21 rebounds. I had them for 9 on the offensive end. I may have missed a couple here and there. It did seem like when they did get an offensive rebound that they managed to score on it. They were painful, but that's the way it is against their athleticism. For Springs Valley, 11 for 20 from two-point range. That's a very efficient 55%. Valley makes, I think, what's a season-high 10 three-pointers, 10 out of 21, 47.6% overall, 21 for 41, 51.2%. From the foul line, Valley an efficient 9 out of 12, 75%. Like to get a few more tries at it from the line. 22 rebounds, as I mentioned. We out-rebounded Paoli 22-21. 9 of those, 22, were on the offensive end. We turned it over, though, a game-high 15 times, and 10 of those were in the second half and overtime. That ends up being, I think, the difference in the game. 8 ties in this ball game. 15 times the lead changed hands between these two ancient rivals. But when the dust settled and the final horn rang, it was the Paoli Rams getting to drive the 12 miles or so back to the county seat of Orange, and with a victory 65-63 over our homestanding Blackhawks.
Let's bring in Dusty Cole if he's got a couple of quick moments to join us here. Yep, get that turned around for him.
I'm sure Dusty would like to, he's willing to talk to anybody and everybody at this point when you pull out a big win on the road like that and a tournament-like atmosphere. You got to be really pumped about how the game at least turned out from your perspective.
Yeah, it was just a good basketball game. Both teams had some small runs, but they couldn't get those big runs to get away from one another. I think our kids came out and had a good start, and I figured that was a key in the game too, just that good start for us.
You got a stretch in the game there, really against their 3-2 zone, which I don't think they turned into Syracuse or anything in that zone look, but the 3-2 zone kind of dried your sweat after a pretty hot quarter. They were able to settle the game down, at least keep it, somewhat competitive. They ended up actually leading at halftime, and then after that it was really anybody's ball game. That little stretch there where you did struggle just for a brief, 3, 4, 5 minute stretch against the 3-2 enabled the game to be close and kind of set up for how the game was played, I thought.
Well, I think they do a great job of changing defenses a lot, keeping you off balance a little bit, and they came out in that 3-2, and they're not very long, but extremely quick, really quick in that zone, and they cover the shooters pretty well, and they kind of pack it in. So we had a little stretch there. We kind of struggled to score, but we had to keep playing defense on the other end, and they just create a lot of problems out there. You got a lot of shooters knocking down threes, and when they're doing that, you got to close out fast, and then you got quick kids that can get to the basket. They'll go and create some teams a lot of problems, and they did that here tonight with us.
Your team had a tough time stopping them off the dribble. I thought they were able to attack your belly-to-belly, man-to-man pressure. Some teams get stood up against that. they, for the most part, I thought we were able to get into the paint against you, and it really was an offensive showcase. You were shredding them, really whatever they tried, and they were attacking you well as well.
Well, you know, they were pretty impressive the way they scored the basketball, because we didn't know they could do that, to be honest with you. We thought if we'd get to 60, we'd be in pretty good shape.
I did too. I thought about this game needs to be in the low 50s somewhere. And
you know, that's what we thought too. And, you know, they're a great defensive team, and you know, we like to get out and go. So early on, you know, we kind of looked at the score and thought, you know, the pace is in our favor a little bit. We just want to stay at it some. But you know, Springs Valley, they just didn't have those droughts very much. They just kept scoring with us a little bit. And you know, they got a good basketball team. And like I said, they're going to be a tough outcome tournament time, and it's going to be a fun game when we play again, because this one was outstanding. You know, had the great crowds. You know, the kids were into it. It got pretty loud. Just a great atmosphere.
Coach, I thought a lot of guys stepped up for you tonight, but I thought really Jordan Clark had one of those special games. And in fact, I kind of said on the air as we went to overtime, I thought maybe Valley would have a little bit of an advantage because you didn't have Jordan, who had fouled out there. But again, you guys are so deep, and that's what makes you such a good team, is that you have guys to follow up when you can't get certain guys in there.
You know, we don't know who that's going to be. You know, we come in the gym sometimes, we don't even know who we're going to start sometimes, and we don't know who's going to finish the game. And, you know, that's a great problem to have. That's kind of a problem sometimes,
Yeah.
Coach. You're trying to figure it out, but it, you know, it's a great problem to have. We can put in a lot of different kids, and they just have to be ready, because you don't know when it's going to be your turn. And when you're on the bench, you got to cheer on your teammates, which they do. You know, it's a great bunch, but you know, when we do call your number, you got to come in, you got to produce, whether it's just a couple minutes or a long stretch of basketball. And you know, Jordan was kind of the one that he can kind of do some things against that 3-2. So he was able to hit a couple of threes. You know, you kind of mentioned that 3-2, and he's the one kid we have that can hit 3 or 4 threes in a row, and he was able to do that. And he just kind of gave us a spark there and got us going. And he always brings a lot of energy. And then Bosley, I thought, was really good late in the game. You know, he didn't get to play much early. He did a couple things, and then he picked up 2 fouls, had to go to the bench. So, you know, he set the bench a long time, but when he came back in there late, I thought he did a great job down the stretch.
I thought Valley was going to foul Bosley a couple different times and put him on the line. They opted not to do that, and they paid the price because he delivered 2 buckets in overtime. And from an old coach's perspective, I sit up here and I watch, okay, you're struggling in overtime. Your team's just kind of milling around out there. You're not getting a lot done, and you pull out 2 of the old golden oldies that Paoli's been running, I think, since the late 80s when Coach Brown got there. I don't know, one, I think, is your old wheel play. You get the backdoor layup there off the bat screen. That's Bar Reeves' old play, or one of them. I don't know where it came from originally. James Naismith, I think. I said on the air. But you get that one. Then you run the long diagonal. Coach Brown ran that forever, and so does everybody else. You get Bosley, it works. Once again, for the 100,000th time in Paoli history, you get the long diagonal, you get the post feed, and Bosley's able to deliver. Got to think highly of those 2 golden oldies. You got to, somewhere deep inside, you go, hey, Coach Brown, I ran him again. Got to win on Valley.
Yeah, you know, those are always big plays for us, plays we've been doing a long time. And, you know, if it isn't broke, you don't got to fix it sometimes. So, you know, just some simple plays, but they're very effective. And more than anything, we just wanted to get Brett inside, isolate a little bit. And you know, he's got a long way to go. He still makes a lot of mistakes, but again, he's a special player, and he's going to have a big career for us.
Well, Coach, we were just telling Coach Leitsman to take a few days off here over this New Year's weekend. You cannot do that. You're right back at it again tomorrow night. Now, I guess you probably, after an emotional victory over a rival, you got to guard against a little bit of a letdown.
Yep, you know, you're exactly right. We got to play the 4th game in 3 days, which is always tough. And we got to go to Borden, which is a tough place to play. And I think we've played, you know, I'd have to go back and count, but I think we've played 5 in a row on the road now. So that'll make number 6 in a row, I think, or maybe even number 7. But, you know, that's always a tough place to play. Doc does a great job down there.
He was here today. I saw him all day.
So he was watching. They'll be ready to play. They'll be prepared. You know, we'll have to be ready to go, because that's always a tough place to play. But, you know, you are correct that after a big game on the road, big tournament win, you know, and we don't even get to have a practice or 2 to kind of tell them, hey, we got to get back at it a little bit. You got to come out and play the next night. So that's going to be tough for us. But we also have a veteran group, a lot of juniors and seniors. So I expect them to be ready, and I think they will be.
All you've managed to do is whet the appetite of your fans, Springs Valley's fans. Kevin and me certainly can't wait for 3 weeks from now, certainly, when you guys go at it again over at your place. I know you're not thinking about that right now. A lot of games in between that, but certainly a terrific game tonight. And as my old buddy Chuck Akers used to say, the real winners are the fans.
That's exactly right. And, each game, it seems like both communities are they're starting to come out more and more. And I just want to say the ones that aren't coming, you need to get out and see these kids for both teams. I mean, it's a great group of kids. Valley's got a great group. They play hard. They do things the right way. And we have the same. And they're just kind of a joy to watch. And, you don't get that every year. So, when you get that opportunity, you come out and see these kids play, just give a lot of support. And I think both teams are going to have big seasons.
All right, looking forward to it. Coach, congratulations. Terrific win. Go get them at Borden tomorrow night. Can't wait for January 19th to come back around.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All righty. Dusty Cole, the head coach of the Paoli Rams, joining us after the contest here tonight as his team pulls out the overtime win, 65-63. We'll take our final break and wrap things up. When we come back to the Hawks Nest and the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney in a moment, this is Springs Valley High School basketball.
A message from Spring Valley Meadows and Prince Lick.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and Prince Lick, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
For hand-breaded fish and chips, tenderloins that are second to none, homemade soups, and a large selection of craft beverages, all served up at a great atmosphere, come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick for a variety of other menu items, even for the most discriminating appetites, and a tantalizing kids menu. Come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick. You get the idea. For good food, all in a legendary atmosphere, it's 33 Brick Street in French Lick. Before we do anything, I cannot commit a faux pas, and I've got to make sure. I hope he's still listening. He's not in his usual place, but Denny Weichert, a shout-out to him. He can be very proud of his grandson, Zach. 4 3-pointers today, giving the Hawks a chance. So, Denny, certainly Springs Valley's #1 fan, a shout-out to you. So I want to make sure I do that at least once every game all season long as he comes out and watches these games, as did a number of fans tonight, and they were certainly treated to a thriller.
Yeah, he should be very happy because we had that big run, and Zach had a stretch there where he was making highlight plays. He skied high, got the last 2 rebounds of the game, had a flurry where he had 3 straight rebounds, and he made that 35-foot one-handed bounce pass to Whitaker at a crucial moment and got a big bucket that tied the game. That was a highlight reel play that'll be remembered forever, and he got to be pretty happy with the grandkids. I really thought, those our smaller backcourt kids maybe played the best game of their lives together. Tucker and Carnes in the backcourt, despite being outsized, by 5, 6, 7 inches, just Paoli's much bigger kids in that backcourt, I thought were as good as they've ever been. They gave the Hawks everything they had and gave us a real legitimate chance to win it, just couldn't quite pull it out in overtime.
Well, certainly makes you long for the basketball season to come back again tomorrow night. They'll have to wait a week before Crawford County comes to town, but it'll be an interesting January, Kevin, as that'll be the only home game. Actually, they will start January with a home game. They will end January with a home game in between 6-game road trip with visits to Tecumseh, Shoals, West Washington, Paoli, Northeast DuBois, and to it's slipping my mind here.
We're to Cannleton.
Cannleton, yep.
Can't forget going to Cannleton. That's always one of those
Bulldogs.
places. You can't forget them. I'll tell you what, though, about next Friday's game, Crawford County, you're going to have whatever weaknesses your team has. Coach Carmichael is going to point them out to you. because he's going to have you scouted as well as anybody's going to have all year. So whatever you're not good at, if you're not 100% sure about your own team, Coach Carmichael is going to educate you. So that'll be a game next Friday night. It's going to tell you a lot about where you stand. I think tonight you found that your offense maybe is a little bit better than you thought it was, because you had to withstand a lot of different defenses from Paoli with a lot of supreme athletes out there, a lot of length and a lot of changing defenses by Dusty Cole. On the other hand, you found out maybe your defense may be the product a bit of some poorer teams on your schedule, because Paoli was able to do some things against us. So you got to figure out, you got to lock it up a little bit on that end. So that playing the good teams tells you where you're at. We know at the moment we're pretty good. We hung with one of the best teams in 2A. That's a good thing to put on your cap. On the other hand, you didn't win it, so you got some improvement yet to do. We'll see if we can start the road on doing that starting next week.
But what a way to end the 2017 portion of our schedule with the thriller here tonight. And we don't have to wait too long to begin 2018, in fact, as early as Tuesday night.
Tuesday night on a nice long road trip to go visit with the girls. That should be a lot of fun when Valley heads to downtown Leopold to take on Wood Memorial.
Not Leopold, Oakland City.
Oh, we're going to Oakland City? Is that where it is? We're going to Wood Memorial. That's right. We're not going to Perry Central.
No, they were just here on
there.
Wednesday.
We just saw them.
No,
well,
they weren't there. They were here.
Well, whatever. We're going to Oakland City. Yeehaw!
To play the defending Class A champs.
Right, giddy up. Now, Wood Memorial obviously not quite the same team, but Johnny Bartley's team will be ready to go, and that should be a good ball game. We need to get the girls off to a good start in 2018. Hopefully, we can get that done on Tuesday night.
All right, don't party too hardy on New Year's Eve. We need you back ready to go come Tuesday.
Well, as old as I am, I'll be lucky to stay awake past 10. So, hey, that's just how it is. But, no, I think we're going to have a few friends over. I think it'll be a fine, festive atmosphere at the house on 12th Street, and we should enjoy that. And, of course, you, on the other hand, being the hard partier that you are, you're the one we have to be concerned about. But
we'll see.
Yeah, I think you and Adam and everybody else in the family should be all right as well. 2017, good sports year for the Valley. Let's see if we can make 2018 even better.
Absolutely. Hawks didn't get the result they wanted, but they took the 11th ranked team in Class 2A, the Paoli Rams, right down to the wire before falling in overtime. Brett Bosley's 2 baskets providing the difference in the extra session. Hawks trailed by as many as 8 in the opening quarter. They were down by as many as 5 midway through the fourth quarter, but battled back to force the overtime, but simply could not pull it out, as the Rams stay undefeated on the season now at 8-0, 6-0 away from home. They were led tonight by Brett Bosley, their freshman center, who had 15, Jordan Clark 14, and Ty Lawson 11. Valley, the hard luck losers, fall for just the second time this year. They're now 8-2 on the year, 6-2 here at home. They were paced by the 17 points of Christian Tucker. Also in double figures were Braden Whitaker with 15, Zach Carnes with 12, and Ryan Tao with 11. As we talked about, the Rams go right back at it tomorrow night. They'll be heading to Borden to take on Doc Nash's Braves, while the Hawks will have a week off before Crawford County comes to town next Friday night. More on that in just a moment. As always, we are grateful to our many advertisers who have allowed us to bring this game into your home, car, business, wherever you might be tuning in. And we're especially appreciative of the cooperation we've received from our participating schools. So we send a thank you to the administration and coaches for both Paoli and Springs Valley High Schools, and to our gracious host here in French Lick, Daniel Wolford, Jason Russell, and company. The hospitality outstanding as always. We're glad that you joined us here this evening as well. It has certainly been our pleasure and privilege to bring this game to you. We'll take a couple of days off before we go back at it on Tuesday, January the 2nd. As we just mentioned, we'll be down in Oakland City as the Springs Valley girls travel to take on the defending Class A state champion Lady Trojans. We'll be on the air at 7:45 with a scheduled 8 o'clock tip-off. Springs Valley Sports Chat resumes on Wednesday night, and then make sure you're with us as we continue our broadcast of the Springs Valley boys. 1 week from tonight, we'll be back here at the Hawks Nest as the Crawford County Wolfpack come to town for a PLAC encounter. 7:30 the scheduled tip, with broadcast coverage to begin at 7:15. For our studio engineer this evening, Adam Hull, our statistician for tonight's contest, Stevie McNew, and for Kevin Terrell, this is Mike Hamilton bidding you a fond and pleasant farewell from the Hawk's Nest in French Lick, and wishing all of our loyal listeners a very happy New Year. Once again, the final score in this championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. In overtime, the Paoli Rams 65, the Springs Valley Blackhawks 63. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
WFLQ, the sports voice of the Valley. And thanks for listening for tonight's presentation of Springs Valley High School basketball. And brought to you by Sullivan Financial of Raymond James Associate Investments, Highway 60 at 9th Street in Mitchell. By Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Offices in French Lick, Paoli, and Jasper. Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick. And by Smithwell Fiber, offering DSL and fast internet service to customers to serve you better. High school basketball, a presentation of Q100 Sports. You can best show the appreciation for the broadcast by telling and patronizing our sponsor. You're listening to the Power Station for Sports, Q100 WFLQ French Lick.